That's right, underneath this.
which is what's. Let me check a better radar than just that weather app.
The local guy over here said it's mild tonight, but gonna rain all night, or has potential to rain all night.
Well, we can. If
Heavy.
we're
That
underneath.
doesn't mean heavy. That just means there might.
Okay, we're back up again.
What we could also do, if it's not going to be real windy, is just drop.
Let's see if we can keep that. Sorry, everyone. We are having very big internet issues now, where we've had to move to. Just literally, we can't go further back because the rain. It's kind of an open area, and the rain just comes in. It's only a couple of feet behind us.
Yep.
But the Wi-Fi, we're in a dead area. Hey Sarah, we can always rely on you to be there, Sarah. I can't promise this is going to stay at the moment. The Wi-Fi in the only area here where we can remain dry is, yeah. We really want to be able to move back out there. How are we thinking?
What we could do is this one's a little bigger. You could come over here.
I would give it another
Drop
10
it down if it got bad.
Give it another 10 minutes.
I would give it another 10 minutes. Just make sure.
Yeah. So we're clearing the water. There's a lot of water. As we can see there.
We're not having anybody come in. Not in that time frame.
I already showered.
There we go. So I'm hoping this I'm hoping you're able to. I look like I'm white. I've got sun cream everywhere. That's terrible. So stream looks okay from this end. Thanks, Dave. I don't know how long. What about the first floor? It ain't really covered up there, and it's a lot of gear to move. We're not too sure what power we have up there, so yeah, moving up there would be well at the moment not an option. So what we really want to do is just move back out, just to this area, back out here. We can see some clear underneath. Once we get back out to where those covers are, but you can see the rains come right in from where it was really windy. But it might mean I have to keep restarting the stream. It's really frustrating. But thank you for bearing with us. So where are we at? We are at 34 hours and 14 minutes. The races have headed off. We definitely think it has disrupted their plans because they arrived as the rain was coming in, and their support teams were having to run around and try and cover up tents. You can probably hear the rain or water as they're pouring off the roof of tents. A lot of the support teams are actually here underneath the covered areas with us. So the races didn't get the attention they would have normally got during their transition because everyone was trying to keep stuff dry, shut tents up, move anything electrical.
What you want?
Just as I want it was the light copper.
There you go.
We're just going to enjoy it. NA beer. I'm hoping we're still live. I have no idea, to be honest. We could just be talking to ourselves now. Let me go to the. There we go. I looked at the other streams. Lap count is correct. Hours must be 33. Are we hours on 33? Did we do the calculation correct? We're just going to check the clock. We're going to have to add in. So what's that? So have we gone wrong? We're just going to.
I think so.
Hours are 30. Yeah, we're right. If we're on the 34th lap, it'd be 33 hours and 16. Yeah. And so we've got. Yeah. So what happens is when the stream goes down, so does the clock, and we have to manually adjust. Not just. Can we just get the clock sorted?
Yeah.
Are we happy? So actually, can we just make? Can we do a time check? Can we just do it?
18 hours, 16 minutes, and 25 seconds. That would be 33 hours.
We're on lap. The next one will be lap 34, I believe.
They're on 34 now, right?
They're on 34 now.
Yeah.
So we're an hour.
We're an hour ahead. We're basically an hour ahead, right? The clock's jumped an hour ahead. We have an amazing team watching us.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. You'll be
We
right.
would be on 33.
Yeah.
And the 7 o'clock hour would be 34.
Yeah, so-
8 o'clock hour would be 30.
Yeah, so basically the clock here's jumped forward exactly an hour. We can adjust it here, it's fine.
Okay. No, maybe I am.
No, so we're lap 34, so that should be 30.
So going into 9 o'clock should be the 36, because that's 36 hours at 9 o'clock,
Going into
right?
9 o'clock, so going into 8 o'clock is 35. Then,
Finish at 9, don't you?
No,
so,
I think you might be right.
No, this is the last one, so the
That
next
33? That's what just went out? I mean, like, just came in as 33, so they're on the 34.
You're on the 34.
yeah, so
Right.
that clock, so this should be 33, 17. This should be 33, 17, 30.
No, we're done with it.
We're done with it, though.
We're on 34.
So we're on 30.
Lap 34, so we're going into lap 34.
Yeah,
is
so
what
you're
they're on
correct.
right now.
Yeah, that's agreed.
So you have it correct.
What
don't you?
times?
So I don't think you change it.
So the time's correct, 34:17.
You're on 34 now.
Yeah, but we're
Not-
and
not-
we're
not
saying the
lap
timer,
34,
but the
ti-
timer.
Oh, I
Time
was
of
looking
zero.
at the
yeah,
lap.
No, yeah. So it should
Got
be 33, 17.
Oh, yes.
correct.
Yeah,
It should be
yeah.
33 because
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the fourth
yeah.
lap.
Thanks, Meryl. We've got lovely. Meryl's been on in Germany, and basically when she's been checking
Yes.
some stuff, and when the stream goes down, the clock goes funky, and
Yep.
Sarah's confirmed it as well. So we will be adjusting that. Yeah. The big clock out front is fine, so don't worry. The racers have the correct time. So I can just take 60 off. Oh no, I've got to take so you get the number for me.
I'm gonna get it for a minute and a half from now.
Okay, you're just gonna give me a count. You're gonna give me a number and give me a countdown, basically.
Yeah, it is one off.
Yeah.
He's correct.
Not gonna sound right. 120,000 minutes. I'll count it down.
You're gonna count it down, yeah?
Yeah. Got a minute. Got a minute.
So that's gonna be what, 33:20, yeah?
33:20.
Yeah, cool. So you're gonna count it down.
You haven't had anybody drop for 5 hours? Wow.
We won't have one drop for a while. There's 7 out there are strong.
The clock's gonna start in a second, guys.
Got about 45 seconds. That's 18.
So the clock will latch into the main timing clock here in a minute. We're just waiting for it to go into sync. You give me a countdown where we
20 seconds.
20 seconds and the clock should be back to normal. Just waiting for everything to sync up again.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
There we go. Thank you all for
33,
picking that. Yeah, there we go.
Gosh.
Yeah.
We'd be all out of whack with the one
So Craig didn't start as a commentator, but he's going to win. Last commentator stand. Remember last year we had a contest? I can tell you all
There we go.
This guy, he's
Yes.
Ah,
and even
there we go. Okay, so
We tried.
we're now gonna. I think are we now gonna move the table back?
When you want to.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. I wanted to make sure the clock was locked in. And we're going under where?
We can go
Either
straight
one.
back to whichever one you want to go
Which
to.
one do we think's the best?
You should be safe now.
I mean,
Yeah, it's looking clear.
you could
Either
easily
one,
go
what do
into
you
the
think?
athletic one, which is a little bit.
I think it's a little wider.
Yeah.
The athletic might be a little wider.
But is it? Yeah. So is it going to give us as much protection around the edges?
I'm not taking this one home this year, so if you want to keep it for any of your candidates.
All right, we're going to now move the table back that way, hoping that will indeed bring us back onto better connections. So let's move all the beer.
let's get
let's
this stuff
move all the
in.
beer off the
Liquids
table.
off of here.
NA beer, of course.
All right, I think we're actually letting John borrow that one, Nippers. So let's just move it here.
Is that going to give us enough coverage on the edges and that? Yeah.
More than that.
Put anything that can hurt your electronics
Look how
in
much.
here.
Look at it. It's at least 8 inches longer. On
Yeah. No, as long as it's not.
It's going to give us another foot of coverage. All right, so really it's cable management and moving this. You got it?
Yeah. So ready?
Well, you're going to watch the cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
And
fine.
left.
Let's go slowly.
Yeah. Can we move that beer off? Can we move that up? Can we move that beer off the back?
I got you. I got
That one. Yeah, could it? Okay, well, all the rest
bring
is
the
clear.
cables with us.
I'll grab
So we're gonna go very slowly to make sure all the cables are long enough. Looks like the
Yeah, they will be long
orange
enough.
and
This is the
yellow are
orange one.
super long.
It's just the orange one.
Don't let anyone touch it with their bare feet because it's wet down there.
Yeah.
Sparks.
Yeah.
It's a really. Have we got something you can put those in?
Yeah. We got to.
Oh, that's a good idea. Or on or. Yeah, actually that cooler.
Right there, that cooler.
That cooler
Open it up,
has
it's empty.
Whatever
You
you
can open it up.
trash in it.
Put that- yeah.
You can throw my phone back up here.
Yeah, we can actually keep the lid and we'll kind of. There you go. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wanna go in there?
We'll show it again.
Go through there.
You want to go in?
Hold on, she's moving. All right, we can keep that right there.
Right, let me see if we're still working.
Here you go. Here's the laptop. Charger. I want to move a couple things over here. We just don't need
Headlamp,
anything. Here's a GoPro. Your GoPro.
headlamp and light. Are these yours?
No, they're not mine.
Let's get anything off here we don't need.
Okay, so is the stream still live? What? Oh, there's a red glare now from the clock, which makes me look. Wow. Wow. So are we still live? Are we still live?
Sure, here you got your DSLR here.
Yeah.
Your GoPro, just in case it starts.
Yeah.
recording again.
Yeah, all good. Thanks, Elizabeth. Okay, so we are all good.
Oh, good.
So
Good to hear. Don't know if you need the paper. For
time is good. The laps are good.
Hold on, before we get settled in,
Yeah.
what's the angle of this? Like, what are we looking at behind here? Can we see the whole?
I can see.
I mean, you're not going to see much anyway by the time.
That's the start line.
Yeah, that's not like.
Can they capture it on the camera though? Does it see it?
I mean, it's going to see it.
Co-
Yeah, there, look,
yep,
there's two there.
there's cone to
yeah,
cone.
that's
We got
cone,
it.
yeah, cone to camera.
Not as good as we can hope.
Apologies about the roof of the. But I mean,
We could lift it up again.
can we lift it up? Do you want to lift up again?
Yeah, why not? I mean,
Okay.
I think the storm's over. Let's what we should do though is lift this up.
Yes, Sarah, that was a very interesting hour. Not just for the races, but for the live stream. Cool, the floor's all wet here and there's electrical cables. So if you see,
If you see
So-
Greg's beard start to smoke,
yeah, I look like I've got a really bad suntan, or not put sun cream on. But the red, the clock that's been running since the
that's
beginning
still
is
attached.
over here, and
That's
it's
the
the
other
glare.
one, so that's not so important.
You can kind of see if I put my hand.
You probably need
yeah.
scissors.
yeah, I do.
But let's get.
Do you want to lift it? We gonna lift? We gonna lift?
Just lift and slide. It's not a big deal. Right here. It's really. You mind moving that front one?
Yeah.
It won't move anymore. Because this thing's pretty tall, so I think we're good now.
Yeah.
We got most of the water out.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm gonna hook this up.
There is a hole right here, so don't put anything
Oh,
Have we got-
electronic at this end.
you
It's
know why?
okay.
Because it flips.
It's not a big deal. The
But
computers
have we
are all
have we
down
got
there.
any? Has anyone got any
Duct tape.
duct tape?
Maybe around the corner in Laura's bin of everything. Or that bin of everything. Or that's
Yeah, when it flipped over and slid on the asphalt. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, so when the first gust of wind,
Yeah.
y'all didn't see it on the live stream. Can they hear us?
Yeah, they can hear us. Yeah.
The first gust of wind, this tent we're in, it was over the table. It flipped over and slid through the crowd, and it was a little rough. But
I think
everybody
we,
caught it and picked it up, and that's what all these scrapes and scratches came from. It was in mint condition. Oh well, I'll get a new one. But yeah, I think we're good.
We're good.
Got the glowing red light. For
I know. Look, we look red. Look.
Can't move that. Hope, you know what? We probably should keep in mind. Hopefully, we're not in the way of the paddlers seeing that red.
I mean, no, we can't do much about that. We can call the time. We can't. There's people sitting in front, and I mean, can that could move across to where the bike is?
Let's do that. That one's good. That way. Flare out of us. As long as we don't mess it up. But yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, it's probably going to be easier to see anyway.
Yeah, it will be. All right.
I am so sorry I cursed you. Do you want to sit right now by your daughter? Can I just sit down?
should be enough.
Thank you so much. That's great. Where would you like this when we're done?
Here.
Back on your table?
I still got a bit of the red. Anyway, let me just go back and see. Cool. So we're still here. Super crew. Thanks, Meryl. Right. Oof. Okay.
Do you have a drink or anything? You want a paper towel?
Yeah, I had one of the beers. It's on the edge of the table. Right. So where are we at? So let's. It was the that one. That's it. There we go. Thank you. I might actually. There we go. That's better. There we go.
My dad always told me that.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, back. This actually looks all right.
It does look alright.
Back in action.
Yeah, back
Look
in
at
action. We have got a little bit of a red. Look, if you put the hat, we can see the red.
Yeah.
There we go. Goes
Oh,
on there, yeah.
it's not sticking that well to that material
So-
anyway.
Do you want electrical tape? You think
That would. I don't think that'd stick to that fabric any better.
Anything, it's
Yeah.
kind of moist now. I know that's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
the word.
Yeah.
So, has anyone got any questions?
What did he say?
Moist is a bad word.
So, yeah.
Not the best word out
So-
there. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Questions?
Yeah. Why is moist a bad word? All right, we're back.
yeah,
in
we're
action.
back in,
That
so,
was, that was a fun little storm.
Woo!
You know what? What's
No.
different? This
Good.
this race. What's up?
Moist.
I think so. No, it's actually now my laptop screen's working as well. It kind of feels
so
like
we got 4 screens.
we've now got
going.
more screens than we ever needed.
This race is moist.
Yeah.
Wait, this race is moist. I don't know.
Yeah,
Not a
after
bad
the rain, especially.
God, that
So-
the red glare in my face.
All right.
Yeah.
If you can, if you're around, share it with folks. Just let them know
Yeah.
again. Don't share the live stream link. If
Don't-
we haven't told you that
Yeah,
yet,
don't share the live stream link.
share.
The Supborder
Supborder
YouTube channel.
Exactly.
So if it ever goes down, which it most likely will.
Don't click on any fake links.
What's that?
It's not happening.
Hey, can I?
No, I was just
Quick.
deep breath.
Can I jump in on that real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Hey everybody, just real quick, there is somebody posting fake links out there. You do not need to pay to watch this live stream. So do
Oh,
not.
I gotta say, I set up a paywall.
Yeah, that's next year.
yeah.
That's next
No,
year.
yeah.
Once we have
Jokes
really,
aside, yeah.
If
You're
have-
getting this for nothing.
If you have Venmo, you're gonna send it to Craig at. No, but seriously, we have somebody doing what is happening to a lot of races
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, which is setting up spam comments and spam accounts and trying to get you to click on their credit card situation with a fake live stream. Do not do that. Listen to these guys and gal and go to Supborder Mag YouTube to get the live stream at all times.
There you go.
Yep.
Don't
Only
accept
place.
imitations.
Yeah. Not that you.
There's only one lot of us.
Not that you'd pay for this anyway.
No, you'd pay for this anyway, or you'd be demanding refunds.
Like I'm not giving you guys $2, so yeah.
Actually, your laptop here creates quite a nice little bit of white light.
Okay, perfect. We can keep it that way.
I've got sun cream. I've got sun cream in my beard. I haven't
I've been
normally.
paying good money to watch this race at AJ. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully,
Sorry to see that.
yeah.
Sorry to let you down.
Yeah, really.
I've really got sun cream in my beard.
You still,
as well.
yeah.
know.
I just thought, maybe
Yeah, no, it looks
you
like
haven't
one.
reapplied.
I haven't got
It's
a great.
just-
I haven't got a great. Oh, it looks like I've just got like a white bottom half.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
little,
it
little
does,
bit.
yeah.
You've got
Yeah,
a
I'm-
Santa Claus thing.
I got
going.
Santa
Yeah.
Claus.
Very
Just
holiday.
factor 50.
No grey?
No grey at all.
No
No, just
grey?
factor 50. I might have to go and have a face wash in a minute.
Well, you probably need it actually.
I probably do need it. Where are we?
So, what an interesting hour, Sarah Baker said. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I
mean-
there's been a lot of chapters to this race. You know what I mean? There's a lot of highlights.
Okay.
There's a lot of. If we were to break this down to a documentary, we could have some episodes. It wouldn't just be one.
Oh, there is.
long
Basically,
thing.
if you go to the Supborder Mag
there's
YouTube channel, there's every episode. You can follow this race.
There's 8 links.
There's 8 links. There's
so
only
far.
nine links so far.
Yeah. Well, if we keep on pace, we'll have about 20.
Thinking of a box set, maybe.
Yeah.
And welcome to season 2 of the
Season
Last
2.
Battler Standing
Yeah.
2023.
Season 2 of night 2.
yeah.
There we go.
Some have been known to say it reminds them of Drive to Survive.
Oh yeah, well I mean,
Yeah,
of course, we're just like with Drive to Survive. There's going to be 10,000 people here next year watching this.
Yeah.
The drama,
So,
the speed.
and where
We've
are
got
we?
the
We're
characters.
32 minutes. So this is going to be interesting to see what state they come in, because it's like a different race now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
it's completely dark.
I mean, I'm looking over at the athlete village. There's a tent that is looks like it's collapsed. It's on its
Yep,
wonky
yep.
on legs. Nipper's tent, which we saw earlier with his feet hanging out of, well, that most definitely wasn't waterproof.
How about your tent? Your tent had like.
No, that tent's gone now. I never went in that tent.
Take it down?
Susan very kindly, one of the volunteers here.
Got it. Because it was like netting.
She lent me a cool box, a chair, and a tent. And we left just the tent as just the netting because this was yesterday and it was really nice and hot. And I was like, and obviously I've not been into a tent or slept. But we put that down. I gave that back to Susan. I kept the cool box for now. So no, I'm all good.
Okay. That's why.
So looking over to the athlete village, there is some lighting on, but it looks like it's more battery powered fairy lights than anything else. The tent is a bit wonky. There's a lot of water.
Yeah, people are kind of huddled up under here, and even with this pavilion, it's not totally waterproof. It's I think they built it to kind of be, but it comes through.
It doesn't stop rain, but it stops the internet.
Yeah, it does a great job.
It literally does a great job of stopping the internet and does
internet.
absolutely zero stop of rainfall.
It is, which that is. They probably didn't see internet being a huge use here, but Greg has
well, maybe
big
at
vision.
the top there, but but we want to be down here where it's happening. I don't think we can get in there anyway.
Yeah, that is interesting to think. What if we had a live stream up at that second floor at some point in the future?
We had access.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Although
there's so much room right up here.
Wow,
These
Kristen,
tents.
that is such a cool
This
shot.
deck
Did you take
Look at
that?
Yeah, I was just wondering.
That is
like,
beautiful.
That's a beautiful shot. Yeah.
Did we show that?
Can I have it and pretend it was mine?
Yeah.
Can we?
a bunch of shots there.
We've got some nice shots.
Right when it's raining. But
Here-
I took
here y'all go.
pictures From above, that second
like a-
floor
Check
has
out that
so much
shot.
room.
So that right there is where we were, or where we are now, under that tent. But that's the building above us. All the stairs are open, so a lot of people come and train, and then all the floors. We had our welcome meeting up there at the 4th floor, and you could see everything. It's gorgeous. And then Kristen was up at the very top earlier, and that gives you a good view. But
that's
this
my
is where
beer.
everybody's hanging out. What's up?
That is my beer.
Yeah. Pretty cool. That's a great shot. You got to share that. And the clouds overhead. Oh man, even better one right there. It's a little wider. You can see the whole thing.
Yeah,
the
nice.
whole underneath. That's where we were, and that's where the clock
This
is.
is a cool place. Looking across the amazing
Right.
reflection.
Yeah, you see the palm. You can't see it. I mean, it looks just straight black behind it.
Yeah.
It is, but right over there.
We
some
can
palm
we
trees.
can link up Kristen's camera again soon when we go over there because it is a really
night
nice.
paddle would be fun. I wish we had a big spotlight to shine
Yeah, and blind them.
from behind.
Hey, look over here.
Line.
Right, let's have a look at the live chat. I'm going to flick out to Safari here.
Here.
Okay.
That's what it looked like when they took off. It doesn't look like what we were seeing.
No,
No, not at all. Not at all.
Beautiful sky.
that did wake
It's
everyone up a bit.
raining, but-
That was this past hour.
Hey Stuart,
35 minutes ago.
after watching through last night, I'm not sure I can
Yep.
stay awake. Don't worry, Stuart, you don't need to. We don't expect you to. You've done a sterling job staying awake all night last night. Bruce is going really well. You might want to hang around just to the end of this lap and see how Bruce comes in and see how all the races come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see how this might have affected
I'm
them.
thinking that we're not going to have that many people drop. These last 7 are strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they
And
can
I
deal
think
with anything.
they can all visualize themselves winning this thing. I don't
Yeah. I
think
think
anybody's
so.
ready to give up, but there could be the niggling pain.
Yeah, absolutely. The niggles. The niggles.
I think everybody's.
Niggles make me giggle.
Yeah.
I wish we would have looked at who we lost in the middle of the night on the second night, the last year, because I feel like at this point, if you made it this far, you can go ahead and set your mind to
Yeah.
48 hours.
Sarah
Yeah.
Perkins,
And just
are
get
you
to
still
that.
with us?
Yeah. Is anybody else
mean, Sarah
running all the
Thornley.
data?
Same.
Sarah in
Sarah,
charge.
I think
Anything else?
Is she still with us?
She's our statistician.
I know Sarah. I think
Yeah,
Sarah's
we've had-
gone.
Yeah.
I think Sarah's
Thanks
gone.
everybody
Well, how
for
late is it in the UK?
the help.
How late is it in the UK?
Midnight?
It's no. It's just gone nearly midnight. It's half past. Just gone
Oh, yeah,
half
that's right.
11.
We're on the East Coast.
Yeah. So we're soon going to be losing our UK followers and welcoming maybe some US and
Yeah.
some Aussies maybe.
Yeah.
Well, it's Monday though, isn't it? Is it Monday or is it Sunday? I don't know.
It's
Next-
ahead.
Sunday.
It's
So it's Monday.
Sunday here. It's Monday in Australia.
Yeah. So maybe everyone's at work.
Oh,
Does anyone have any like baby wipes?
Yes. I can
Do you?
I mean, I don't have them, but Sarah has them.
Yeah, I think I was just gonna clean my beard up. a
Yeah,
bit.
over that hospitality table over there. I think there's a lot where the coffee
Oh,
was.
so I can
Yeah.
go around. Yes, cool.
Yeah, why don't you?
I can use the live stream to clean my face.
So I wish y'all could. It almost looks like an outdoor living room here. Everybody's in their chairs,
Well,
blankets.
We'll get this. Am I getting bitten now as well? Is that?
You might
With
be.
the water?
No, there are bugs out here called no-see-ums. Y'all have those?
No.
Well, you don't see them. That's
Right,
one
okay.
thing, but
I
they
see 'em, I
bite
don't see
like
'em.
heck. It feels
Right.
like a mosquito bite. You can't hardly see them. They're tiny,
Is that
tiny.
what's like on your hat there?
What's that? Oh yeah, right there.
Is
You
that
got
Is
one?
that a no see him?
Let me see.
You can't.
Oh,
He's a no
yeah,
see him.
yeah, yeah. That's
no, it was
right.
something. They're called no see. So
No-see-ums. They're just little biting animals, little biting bugs. They're very small. I don't know, but I know that a lot of mosquito spray doesn't work that well on them.
right.
But we get them right around dark around here.
Oh,
So yeah.
what like now?
Yeah. Well, now that you mention it, yeah.
Yeah, I felt like
But it's also they don't last that long, so they usually are out for half hour or so,
Okay.
and they can kind of go.
They get their feed.
Yeah, they get their feed. Let them fill up.
This is like a
and then they
drive.
won't
It's like
bother you.
am I a drive-through?
Yeah, they're like.
I'm a
this guy-
fly-through.
this-
I'm
they're
a
like,
fly
this guy
through.
doesn't know what's up.
I'm a fly-through for the no see
You're a fly through for the no-see-ums. I see what you did there.
That's something I didn't think I'd be saying on a trip to Florida.
First time for everything.
It's Monday in Oz. There we go. We call them midges, Craig. Yeah, we call them midges. Yeah, absolutely. So the same things. Okay, we call them midges.
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 Interesting.
those are big
MIDGES.
flies. Those are little
No, midges are not big flies. They're called because they're midges. Because they're
Yeah.
midges. They're midges.
Yeah, we don't say that here anymore.
No.
In the States. Just kidding. We call them little
Sarah's going
bugs.
to try and power through. Can't sleep when you can sleep this out over. Well done, Sarah.
little insects.
Yeah, little insect. No. No chance. We're here
I like
for
it when
the
it's
night.
sunny. No chance we're here for the.
Wow.
Yeah, awesome. The camera does pick up the background when the beach is the only thing on screen. Yeah, absolutely. So if we move out,
Oh yeah, let's show them. Here,
we
show
can
the
them.
screen.
So it will just
Can you?
But we will.
So you see, there's
Yeah, there we
one
go.
of
So
the.
the camera will expose to the to what we see behind. So what we'll do is we'll make sure.
I wanted them to see that. That'd be a great background. Woo! There you go.
There you
There's
go.
Kristen dancing. She's just full of energy playing in the puddles. You don't get a lot of rain.
So you're right. So if we keep out the site, so basically,
I usually get more exercise.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
where's that music coming from?
Bluetooth speaker.
Somebody's phone. I don't know.
So yeah, so when nothing's in shot, it will expose the background.
Yeah.
Here we go. So I think that's someone coming through. So if we steer clear, can we move that bucket so I can't see the roof of it? It will just.
Yep.
No, that's not it. What am I looking at? Oh, it's my can of beer. Can we
Move
move
that bucket.
Can we move the bucket?
Mason, move this can of
Yeah,
beer.
yeah.
There's a bird right there. Look at that. There's a bat just flew by. Pretty good
There's a
size.
bird on this. Yeah, there we go. So.
Oh no, that's not a bat. Those are some sandpipers. Boom.
Yeah.
That heron has been there before.
Yeah.
It's been there before.
So,
Fishing.
those of you that were with us last night, we're now at the point where we don't really know who's coming in until they get in. At the
I bet
moment,
we can identify.
you reckon you're going to
think,
start
by their
by
scratch,
movement.
maybe.
by movement? Yeah.
Asking to join.
Is my foot in the way? Yeah. Let me see. Let's take some guesses. I think it's Alex. I'm
You
gonna
think
say
it's
Alex. What's going on? Everything get wet?
Nothing
Or just stay back out. The cameras just. There we go. So we
Only
get them
'cause
coming in.
someone's coming around the buoy.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We will try and keep this area.
Right for the bird.
Look at that. Beautiful heron.
Yeah, it was,
I'm
we were just
telling
saying
you.
exactly the same.
That
Wasn't
same
it? Yeah.
same bird, same spot. We're like in
He's
its,
like,
we're in its
he's
way.
like, you guys were here last night.
What is going on?
Ah. Woo! So we are. That's Nippers over the back there. Yeah,
Someone has
Right
to-
there?
over the back there. No, over there.
Oh yeah, that's Nippers. I think this is Alex. I'm gonna guess. Maybe not. Pumping. I don't know.
All right.
Let's see, can you see the light? Yeah, you can see the light. The bird's getting in his way.
Is that Bruce? That's Bruce.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yep.
Bruce.
Bruce! Yeah!
Good job.
There you go, Bruce. Bruce brings it in.
Bruce finishes
Woo!
this crucial lap. We've gone into a new chapter, a new part of the journey. And he came in strong.
You came in
Jeez.
strong.
Pumping.
You will know very soon the details.
All right, now everybody's kind of migrating towards the beach. Welcome in their paddlers.
Well done, Bruce.
Good job.
Brucey, woo! Yay! That's
Nippers.
Nippers. I'm just going to check on the chat. Bring on the Brucey Smash Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on a Brucey Smash Fest now. Bruce lapping up the UK style weather. Yeah, that's it, that he is. Good job, Bruce, from the shack, from Skip. I mean, to be honest, Peter, I'm not going to say that this is really UK style weather because it's nice and warm.
Pretty nice.
It's pretty
Yeah,
nice
it's
apart
actually-
from a little bit of rain.
It's actually really comfortable
Yeah.
now.
I think
It
it's
got a
going
little.
down to 72 tonight or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, Bruce. Hi, Casey. Go, Lindsay. We'll be sure to tell her. Yeah, because her goal I know is at least 48 hours. I mean, everybody's goal is to win, but she's got to make it to that. She's young. So excited to see if she can do that. But who's coming around the corner here? Anything else anybody wants to know? Let us know in the chat.
Alex posted a post from last year. 14 hours in and stoked for the 5, still going strong.
Wow. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I
Oh,
was like,
yeah,
I'm
never
going to have
mind,
all
that's
day to
this year.
post on social, and I'm like,
That was flying fish.
I've forgotten.
Yeah. What?
Hey, you guys okay? It's like a funeral up there.
Who was that?
That was Alex, I think. Was that Alex?
Alex.
Yeah,
I think I don't know if you
funny.
picked that up. Alex coming to the beach and was like, "Are you guys okay? It's like a funeral up there."
Wow, that was classic Alex right there. Very on brand of him to say. Lifting our spirits after battling for 34 miles or 34 laps. Gosh. Still haven't heard Blake speak. So we got Alex. Here comes somebody.
All right, I got a quick question.
Somebody's taking a wide turn.
Well, that is.
Yeah?
That's a wide tail, isn't it?
Yeah, very wide. Both of them. Gosh, it feels like 10 o'clock at night. It's 6:45. I'm beered out. I've had like 10 of these. I don't think I can drink anymore. All right, there's the other 3. All 7 are gonna make it. We're gonna be at around 48, 49 minutes once they get in, and
So considering
You know.
considering the lap they've had
yeah,
with the
yeah.
weather and
I'm
everything,
curious.
That's go around there.
Probably he gets the award for the brightest light.
Yeah.
You can clearly see that. Wow, that thing's very bright. Is that? Wow. It's blinding. Here comes, looks like Bobby. And I think that's Lindsay. Beautiful night now.
Yeah.
It's clear. Stars are out. I mean, jeez. Can't get nicer than this. It's actually feeling pretty cool. Here's Lindsay. Good job. Good job, everybody.
So is that if that's everyone? Is that everyone in? Is that?
Can you do that?
I used to be able to do it, but you know what I think happens? Honestly, you grow and like.
You matured and you don't do childish
Is that
things?
everyone in?
Huh?
Is that everyone in?
Everyone's in.
Okay, I'll slide back in. So that's everyone. Everyone is now in. So that's all 7 racers. We've got Nippers, we've got Bobby, we've got Goran, we've got Bruce, we've got Alex, we've got Lindsay, and we've got Blake. And they are all in, and they all come in with plenty of time to spare, considering the lap they've probably just had, with the reasons we've just gone over, with what happened with the weather all of a sudden as well. So they're now making it over to a soggy athletes village. We will go back over there later in the night, maybe in an hour or 2. Let things settle down a bit. I can see Goran is brushing his teeth, which is actually, we talked about taking care of things like how you look after your hands, how you look after your feet. We talked about how you look after from sunburn, but one of the things we haven't talked about is how you look after your teeth. Now you might be like, well, why would I think about that? It's not. Well, it's obviously is hygiene, but the amount of sugary goop that you are going to be eating over multiple hours, that sugar will rot your teeth.
Yeah.
Like, well, obviously, this is not a dentistry lesson, but it's not nice. And like,
and not to mention what it does to your stomach.
And not to mention what it does to your stomach as well. But if you're one of those people that's choosing things like gloops, and you like sugary food and chews, 33 hours in, you're gonna want to have been brushing your teeth a bit, mouthwash to clear it all out because yeah.
You know what? That reminds me. I haven't seen you brush your teeth.
I have.
You have?
Well, I'm not gonna do it at the desk, am I?
People would love that. When y'all want to see him brush his teeth,
Yeah.
you have. So yeah, I mean, what's some of those small joys or small wins you were talking about on the Yukon 1000, the can of Coke?
Yeah.
Like the full.
I mean, it's
Coke.
going to be different for everyone, but I think brushing your teeth, good bit
One
of
of those
good
little
bit of mouthwash,
changing a shirt.
changing a shirt, putting something clean on top, just
Yeah.
like a baby, a wash flannel, a cold flannel over the face.
Yep.
Yep. There's loads of things that just give you that little bit.
A little bit of just okay. I feel refreshed.
That's
I
it,
feel
yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What about it when you're a commentator for a live stream that's 48 hours long?
What's the kind of?
I love athletic,
I mean,
but I've drank
these
like 12
athletic,
of these.
athletic.
I'm athletic out, baby.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I'm enjoying them. I almost feel drunk off the non-alcoholic beer. We've had so many of them. I feel like I should
Full.
be.
I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like
it's
I've
like,
eaten a loaf of
yeah.
bread.
Jog. But yeah, so what now? I'm good at the moment. I do know that I have some little mini Snickers in the car.
Yeah.
They're in the cooler.
Yeah.
So they might be like that nice
Yeah.
card. So they are going to come out at some point tonight. I'm probably going to have a little bit of a chocolate feast tonight, I think.
Okay.
So you might have, on the live stream tonight, if you're with me tonight on the live stream, or with us on the live stream tonight.
You don't have to share.
We're going to share. I've got some.
Okay.
I've got pick and mix. No, I've got bags of that.
Ooh.
So we're going to have a little tuck shop out here. We might actually set up a little tuck shop for racers on a table, because it might get to the point where they don't know what they want, and we've got stuff. I've got loads of stuff.
Just lay it out.
Lay it out.
See what they want.
That's it. Yeah. So let's have a look and see. I'm just going to flick over to. Okay, we've got some questions. Here we go.
All right. That's good. Kind bar. Kind's great.
Here we go. So, Jaladlas,
Yeah.
question for you. Where can we see the reason a paddler stopped and their lap count? Was it injury, failure to meet them by time? Okay, so we don't post, well, as we post, we don't post the reason, but yeah, you can read, but you can on the live feed on the left-hand side. You can see the
I think Greg
paddlers.
just responded
Greg
to that.
already wrote the answer. So they say the same thing.
For last paddler thing.
No, but it doesn't tell you where they can see who's dropped out and how many laps they've done.
But yes, how many laps, but no reason. Right?
Yeah. So yeah, you can see it on the left-hand side. You'll see the list of racers. The ones that are greyed out are no longer in the race, and the lap count is how many laps they successfully completed.
Yep.
We did have some racers at the beginning of the race with the wind we had yesterday that didn't actually make the full lap within the hour. But yeah.
Little kind bar. Never had these.
Emily's in the house.
Yeah. All right. Snickers are the best reward
Emily,
after a hard segment.
they are. Emily.
So you know Emily.
I know Emily. Emily and Emily's another fellow Yukon 1000er.
Oh wow.
I mean, the amount of Yukon 1000s we've spoken to, both here and online, it feels like a very big event, but
Yeah,
it's not.
it doesn't feel like an
Yeah.
endangered species.
Emily-
I feel like there's a lot of y'all out there.
Emily's absolutely fantastic. Emily, we followed them they were in their kayak. We followed them in the flats in the Arctic Circle.
Okay.
And we tried to keep up, but we couldn't. But we watched their line, and when we were getting lost, we weren't getting lost, but we were just not finding the flow.
Yeah.
And Emily showed us the way.
Wow.
She may not know. She probably knows. She showed her the way. But it's fascinating watching them.
Yeah.
And you're like, how do they know where to go and how they read rivers? It's such a skill from experience as
How do
well.
people
So
that know how to do
yeah.
it do it so well?
So yeah,
That's really cool.
But yeah, Emily,
You said she
absolutely.
was solo?
No. Everyone's in teams. So
Oh,
it's-
everyone's
yeah,
team.
yeah.
What kind of vessel?
So Emily was in a kayak.
Kayak.
Yeah.
What? So with the Yukon 1000, what's your options?
Canoe, kayak, or sup.
Anything like
Two man.
that.
Two man.
Okay.
So it's see. I don't know much about kayaks, but two man. Not. It's got to be not a epic.
Okay.
Due to the stability.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to probably now completely trash kayak lovers.
Yeah.
But I think it's like an ocean sea kayak. So it's got more
okay.
stability and storage space as well.
Yep.
Or a
you
canoe,
need.
two-band
Or a
canoe.
canoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No voyagers, no bigger craft. Like voyagers are like eight. I think they're 8-person voyages. So on the River Quest, there's a lot more options you can have. But for the 1000s, yeah, there's effectively those three. Yeah. Great memories, Emily. And yeah, thanks for not going too fast and let us follow your track for a bit. Yeah, great times up there as well. So yeah, and yes, absolutely Snickers. And Emily, so awesome. So Emily also knows Nippers. He's
Yeah,
a free
Team
in
Nippers.
chat. Yeah, there we go.
A
Awesome.
lot of team nippers in the chat. A lot of people.
Mark,
Okay.
Mark's in the house. Mark, hey Mark. So Mark Salter, Mark is an awesome paddler from the UK. Mark did the 11 cities non-stop, then chilled out for a couple of days, and then went and did the 5-day.
Wow.
With his mate. Yeah, I want to say Dave. I can't remember who he paddled with. I'm so sorry, Mark. Tell me.
Hi, Mark.
Mark's on there. Mark, was it Dave? I can't remember the name of the legend that you also paddled 11 cities with Andy, Dave, Andy, Dave. They're the same kind of thing, but Andy Clark. Mark has the Norfolk Broads Ultra first place. First stuff, fast, very, very fast paddler. Great fun to paddle with. Mark and I actually we did a 2-day paddle on the River Thames as a bit of a training paddle for something Mark was looking at doing, and I did it as a bit of a Yukon travel thing. The one thing about Mark, and he won't mind me saying this, is he hasn't got much of a sense of direction. Yes, and he holds it. Mark holds the Guinness World Record for crossing Loch Ness the fastest.
Really?
Woo!
What is the record around?
The record he did? I think it's 4 hours, wasn't it? Was it 4 hours?
Wow.
Mark's going to tell me because he's listening. Mark, what was the record?
You can say hello.
You can come and say. He's right. No, that's the. He's on the chat, but he can't hear you. He's just like.
Hi, Mark.
There you go. 4 hours and 1 minute.
Hey.
I mean,
oh my god!
And knowing Mark, that 1 minute would have really pissed him off. But he smashed the record.
Wow. And what was he on?
He on that one he was.
Caffeine and protein.
Yeah. And Cassie, and basically Cassie he's Cassie's puppet.
Okay.
She just pushes him around and he just does.
Partner.
She's like, yeah, partner,
Yeah,
and
okay.
she's like, Mark, you're gonna paddle here. You're gonna do it in this time.
And he says.
He goes,
"Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
I'll do it. There we go.
I will do it.
So awesome, Mark, to have you online. I know it's quite late back in the UK. We're going to move out the way a second because the races are going back out again. We will come back to this. There we go. I'll carry on talking. Mark's sense of direction.
They were in.
Mason. So Mark's sense of direction.
Oh yeah.
So we're doing a 2-day paddle on the River Thames. Make sure you don't cross over the beam. We're doing a 2-day paddle on the River Thames, and we had found like a halfway spot to get a B&B.
Okay.
So we've done like maybe 100 kilometres downstream.
Yeah.
We've pulled off to the left. We've walked through a field to a B&B. Effectively, the next one we've got up. We've walked back out. I'm sorting out my board. Mark's turned right and started going back upstream. And I thought he was going up to turn around and get a run up to come back down again.
Okay.
And I said, watched him. I was like,
the flow going?
there's a flow. And I'm like, where's he going? I was, Mark, where are you going? He's like, well, I was like, Mark, you're going back upstream. I thought it was slower than yesterday. So Loch Ness is probably perfect for Mark because he's just got two ends. But that's why it surprises me that he managed to do the 11 cities so well. 11 cities.
Gosh, it says hell yes.
Here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Hard to see. There's some people standing in the way, but we can describe it. They're jumping on their boards and getting on the water like they've done for 34 times, in case you can't see.
And there we go again.
Yeah, it's nothing too extreme here. It's just darker. It's definitely darker. You can hear the frogs. You can hear.
Oh.
What happened?
Phone drop.
Uh-oh. That's always scary. Hopefully the screen.
Where were we? We can come back. Everyone, we're happy to come back in again.
Yep.
Someone's dropped me who dropped that there? Kind minibar.
Somebody kind.
That just fell out of the sky.
Chocolate, but it's
Yeah.
Go Alex.
sweet.
Anybody else you want to cheer on? Team Simona. Samoana? Samoana?
He says it more fluidly.
Samoana.
I'm just trying to see
love
if
it.
you want to get in a bit, so you can kind of just move in a little bit as well. There we go.
Say Alex's last name. Samoana.
There we go.
Says it faster. Like,
Oh, I don't know. I always
Okay.
call him
Samano.
You go Simona.
Samoana. He doesn't. Samoana.
Samoana.
Somoana.
Simona?
Do we have we had a question actually?
Anyone seen any gators? Answer's no. We haven't
no.
seen any gators. We
No.
saw a snake earlier.
Saw a snake.
Bird
Yeah.
caught a snake.
We got
Yep,
it on the, we
caught
got
a
it. We got
snake,
it on the
yep.
stream, I think.
Pulled it out of the woods. It was awesome. Flew away with it.
How long
Yep,
did the rain
there.
last? How long the rain lasted?
hour?
How long did the rain last? Half the rain lasted.
20,
20
30
minutes.
Oh, not even.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah, but it was heavy.
I was gonna say
3
it
minutes. It may have
dumped-
been 3.
It
It
dumped
was.
for under 5.
But but it
and
was.
it's sprinkled for
Yeah.
50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very common here. You know,
It's
you
amazing how
get
much water comes
you get
from the
one
top.
long, and that'll sweep across half the state at once, and you'll get you'll get a couple bands of that, but just gotta wait it out, and it'll change.
Yeah. There was a quick. We'll come to that in a minute. But let's just go back. There was something.
The Gators.
How long the rain like? Did they change their clothes? Not entirely too sure, to be honest. It was crazy in the athlete village. Some did, some didn't. There was a lot going on, so it was pretty impossible to tell what was going on, really.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I did the math, and at the 48-hour mark, they'll have paddled more miles in that time than I did all year. That is awesome. Think about this too. They're taking a break every hour too. So imagine if they would have kept going.
Emily, is anyone snagging a 10-15 minute nap? I think Nippers is.
You think so?
He was in with his feet up, and he's out.
You think he's
Yeah.
at this point
Yeah,
he's
I
out?
think,
Because
he's
a lot
out.
of times he's eating, he's just kind of hanging out.
Not 15 minute Emily, because at the moment they're coming in close to the 15 minute is all they've got to come off the board, walk up to their place, have something to eat and drink, lay down. So and then get back to the beach on the 2-minute warning. So I'm going to say that people are maybe having a 5-10 minute shut eye now. Absolutely.
The whistle goes 2 minutes before.
Yeah.
That's gonna wake
Yeah.
you up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mark, how's Brucey? Brucey's Bruce. Brucey's just like
Won the last. He came in first.
he's coming first. I mean, he's smiling. He's looking really comfortable. He's just looking stronger each lap. I'm going to say that. And I think now he was struggling a bit with the heat earlier. I say struggling. I mean, he was maybe going 30 seconds a lap slower.
Right.
But like
Struggling for him.
he did say it was getting tough with the heat. But like now,
It's cool.
it's cooled down. The wind's dropped. We do know how he likes to train up north, so he's still in a. Probably the hottest. He's probably hotter than inside his house on a winter's evening with the fire going. But I know he's doing great. Wet clothes plus 34 laps is a bit of a lot of chafing. Yeah, that is a great point. Wet clothes. Yep. I know that actually Bruce has been. Again, I don't want to use the word suffering too lightly because I don't want to make it. But I know Bruce has been managing chafing, and that's not going to be helped with wet clothes. But at this point. I think there comes a point when you're 34 laps in. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of things hurting and aching.
Only
and
so much you can address.
and some stuff you just have to suck it up.
Yeah, some of it's just not going to be able to be comfortable.
And in the words of our good friend Alistair, drink a cup of tea drink a cup of concrete and man the fuck up.
Does he say that?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
To his partner.
Oh, no.
Alison.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Wow.
So what we got here? Have any of the 7 still standing?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, have any of the 7 standing done this before? Yes. The ones that done it before. Nippers come second last year. Bobby Johnson. When did we know he come last year?
Absolutely. Bobby Johnson, Goran, yes. Bruce, no. Alex, yes. Lindsay, no. Blake, no. So it's almost split. It's 4 and 3. Yeah, 4 and 3. And as far as U.S. based and international, we've got 2 international left. And folks kind of all over the U.S. A lot of them in Florida. John is in Oklahoma. And let's see, Alex down in Miami. Lindsay down in Miami. Blake down in Miami. Lot in South Florida represented. Yep. Humidity. And then Bobby is, a little bit north of here, but still it's hot and humid.
Is he Bama or Georgia?
He's north of Tampa. Not far. Yeah, about an hour and a half from here. So not far at all. And it's coming to an advantage. They kind of know what to expect. They don't have to travel as far. No jet lag. Got all their stuff here. Got their whole dang families here, especially Bobby Johnson. It's like they're having Thanksgiving out here.
Yeah.
I mean, they got grilling going on over there. There's so much happening. They moved their whole house over here.
Yeah.
They got flags and lights and everything else. Is that a smokestack right there for the grill? Is that just No, but then last year, totally opposite. Paolo's international, no support.
Yeah.
He wins the whole thing.
So Mark's asked a good question here. Any idea how this compares with last year? Were there as many paddlers at 34 laps last time? Well, I think how many?
It's a much smaller group.
Smaller group.
It started a smaller group.
Proportionally, probably similar.
Okay.
There's probably 4 to 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Live for a long time?
Yeah, it was, and I feel like there was a decent amount. I don't feel like many people dropped off the second night just because they were already so far in. They knew what they were into, and
So, Junkie, where are you to give us
that
the
48-hour mark was a big goal. But then, yeah,
Cool.
we should have all those stats honestly.
Veronica, Dark Horse Lindsay, absolutely.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely a dark horse.
I was gonna make a horrible dad. I was like, no, she's a human, but I can't stick the landing like you do with the jokes.
Is it all in the delivery, isn't it?
It is all in
It's
the
all in the
delivery.
delivery.
But yeah, Lindsay's doing great. Her goal, she just Casey mentioned, was 48 hours. Like, I want to get there and say I did that. We'll see past that, but you know, that's getting closer and closer by the hour. Knee slapper. Oh gosh, yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the pity laughs. But yeah, a lot of surprises. I mean, you know, we didn't have an experience with some of these folks, so we just didn't know. But Bruce is very experienced, and he's showing out. I'm excited.
So am I.
8 minutes in. You know, we're supposed
I
to
just
have
wanna
lights
see-
they can see. It's
I
hard
wanna
to see from here.
I just want to see Bruce wearing that wrestling belt. He's gonna look like a mean mofo.
Pretty fitting. It'd be pretty fitting to have him.
48 hours and strong Lindsay. I think that's probably a given.
Yeah. I think, what was our longest female paddler last year? I can't remember. What lap was that?
A lot less.
A
Somebody
lot
brought it up
less.
earlier.
She's already doubled that hours ago.
Yeah.
She doubled it, didn't she?
15 or
Yeah. So she doubled it quite a few hours
Sarah
ago.
told us.
Yep. Handed my poker chip. Remember, this is what they get. Then they lose. Last paddler no longer standing. 2023, and not worth a whole lot in Vegas. But hey, that's pretty sweet. You got to hold on because you gambled here, and the belt. We'll bring that out again. It was on the table.
I'll tell you what,
for
we
the last-
one of the things. Oh, that was it. One of the things we were doing before we were rudely interrupted by a storm
Yeah. Come on.
was we were talking about paddles, and particularly
Oh.
the Oscar propulsion paddle.
What'd you think?
I was really intrigued, to be honest. So we went over to the dock.
Yeah.
We were going to take
Did
out.
you see that?
Oh,
You gotta see it.
do you wanna see it?
gotta
So,
go- where is it?
I'm going to go and bring it over. Give me
get
2
it.
moments. We're going to have a
And
little chat
because
about
we
this.
they didn't get to see it either.
No,
So we're
exactly.
gonna bring it over
Is it sup paddle?
with holes in it,
Oh,
with slits in it.
yeah.
What? Have you ever heard of that?
Oscar Chapulowski or something.
Oscar propulsion paddle, huh?
I saw a big cancer fund.
Oh, I don't
Well,
know.
the other really unusual paddle is the Stingray, the quick blade.
Yes, yeah. What do you think about those?
I haven't seen- I have not tried it, but everybody's switching to it. All my friends.
Because you don't have to dip as far. Like it's a
Yeah,
shallower
they just say
paddle.
It feels really. It doesn't slip. It feels super strong, but easier.
Yeah,
Like lighter on your.
yeah.
Yeah. Very
Bobby's
elegant
using
things,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, the Stingray paddles, and so
Yeah,
instead
the
of being this
outrigger
long,
inside
it's like that big. So that's pretty neat.
I have not.
Craig got caught talking about the paddle. He's gonna bring it over once he's done, but yeah, we'll show you the slits, and I want to hear about how it felt, and I want to see
Does he
what some
make it
folks.
for other craft too, because he's not a stand-up paddler. He's
I don't know.
a world famous sit-down, isn't he?
I have no idea. I'm not sure, but it looks like looks like blinds in your house. I mean, it just you can look right through them. That's pretty wild.
Okay, so this is. I've got a way I'm going to show this
Have
on
we
the.
not changed?
Here.
Somebody said last 30
Yeah, you're going to
minutes.
shine that from wide. So
we
before,
on the
don't turn the
right
light.
lap?
Don't.
Is that the right? Did we change the lap?
Yeah. So we're. Oh no, we didn't change the lap.
35.
Yeah,
Somebody's just telling you.
Yeah.
wait.
Sorry. Was it Merrill by any chance?
No, it was.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. We're getting carried away. So.
All right.
Hi, Kevin, Veronica. Yes, easier on the back is one of the things I have heard about the Stingray.
Yeah,
but
show
now
it.
they're
So-
showing us a paddle I've never heard
before
of
you,
this one.
keep that there for the chat. So I'm going to use my watch to shut. So basically, this is a paddle from Oscar Propulsion. Okay, so
Show some
you
light
tell?
behind it.
yeah. So
There's slits.
yeah, there you go. There we go. That's what we do. So
Look at that.
we can see they are slats.
Interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're directly through.
Yep.
Oscar Propulsion. So, I've got some details about this. So, I was going to go out and have a little paddle with this this afternoon,
Yeah.
just to see what it was like. But then the storm coming, so I will do tomorrow. But Patrick Brommel and I went down to the dock just before it started raining, and we just sort of stood on the side of the dock.
Yeah.
And just
pulled it
through.
Yeah.
And I'm okay. Well, let's see if this works. Shall we? I filmed Patrick.
Okay.
And I'm gonna play it back on my phone.
Just his
And
reaction.
I'm gonna hold it. And let's see if this works.
What? Interesting.
This will be interesting. And then I'll give you some details about it. So, where's the microphone? Do you want to move the microphone in?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to the camera. So, this is not really the most technical way of showing you.
You're just gonna hold it here.
Yeah, so hold it on the film.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. So,
How many videos are you recording?
I know I got the guys racing
Okay.
here, coming in. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Look at the top of it, see the water passing through at the first, right? See that white little thing? Yeah. Right there. But it feels like
Wow, that looks weird.
it doesn't flutter at all. It's like it allows a little bit of water to pass through. So it's like super locked in. There's a tiny little bit of flutter, but that's only because I'm just like
Standing on the side of the dock as well.
It's like it's going through peanut butter or something.
Okay.
It's really cool. I mean, you can still get a lot of drive off of it. Wow. It has like almost like tracking because the water going through.
Yeah.
Kind of locks it. It keeps it
Stabilizes.
Yeah, it keeps it from.
Here we
side to
go.
side.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. I gotta go try that out.
So to give you some details, I did ask for some details just to kind of give you an idea. So this is it's patented cut technology, but basically they're angled cuts and or slits through the face of the blade. They've been able to transform a paddle and rowing blade that are softer and smoother at the catch by providing a more progressive power curve, and I think we definitely felt that. More stable through the stroke, which Patrick noticed straight away. I didn't mention it because the stability, there's no flutter, grips the water more easily, provides greater control and a cleaner finish, and enables the paddler to maximise performance more than ever before, and all without loss of power or efficiency. Now that's the bit I'm sceptical is the wrong word to use, but from my mind, you're thinking a paddle face with slits. How can that be generating the same amount of traction and force?
Right.
And that's what we're going to try. I mean, there's high pressure water created by the front of the blade during a stroke escapes around the edges to fill the low pressure area at the back. The cuts allow some of that high pressure water to squeeze through the blade, and it does so, it loses energy and becomes low pressure water. Very scientific.
Yeah.
This compensates for some of the backflow, and by maintaining the high-low difference and allowing some water through the face of the blade, the cuts facilitate a progressive power curve, making the catch softer and more stable, and by spreading the power more evenly through the stroke. The user will experience lighter loading on the body with no loss of efficiency, and they'll find it easier to achieve their maximum potential and enjoy shorter recovery times. That's in the sales spiel.
Yeah.
But I mean, this wasn't to do a sales pitch. Actually, this was given to me by Sarah at Sharp Junkie to give a go. This is her paddle. And she was like, "Take it. You know, if your shoulders are starting to feel a bit battered on the race, take it out." We didn't get the chance to do that. Going tomorrow. I mean, I think there's a lot of backers for this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people talking about it. Patrick put it in the water, and straight away, well, Patrick didn't hear any of that stuff I just read. Patrick hadn't heard. I just gave him the paddle. He went down, and he basically said that in a few strokes, he kind of said the same kind of thing. So yeah. So I shall paddle for that tomorrow. Give it a go, and yeah.
That is
so. Oscar
Hold it sideways.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Ooh, I'll let you move it. I'll put the. Okay.
Look at that. How cool is that? When do you think they'll put slits in the boards? For efficiency's sake.
Oscar Propulsion.
Wow. Super innovative, super cool idea. Anything else it's kind of cutting edge, Kristen, for technology? Because I've been talking to a lot of kayakers and surf skiers that use that. What is that Greenland the Greenland paddle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The one that's just very narrow,
Yeah.
looks like a stick you're holding.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
talked to someone
That does that? Yeah.
Somebody who was in
They say the same thing. It's just easier on the.
same, and it's actually the same. They said surface area.
Yep. It's just an easier.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we've, a couple of paddlers have gone down to the dock to give it a go. Not in the water, just to stand on the edge.
Yes, I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That's really neat.
Eh.
Anything else you've seen that's really innovative like that that's coming out? People are
well,
trying out,
I just
testing out?
discovered apparently it's not new, but that quick blade that looks like a pizza shoveler.
Oh yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
That's fairly new.
Yeah,
Is it?
It's fairly new. I mean,
The Stingray?
Yeah, the Stingray from Quick Blade. We had a look at it on the beach earlier when the boards were lined up. But if you look up the Quick Blade Stingray, really interesting concept.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bobby's using it and doing very well. Anything else? I'm trying to think.
It's probably enough innovation for now.
Yeah, I mean, with a lot of sports, there's a lot of the next best thing to sell the next
Yeah.
season stuff.
Yeah.
And after a while, it becomes quite stagnant, and it's understandably this. But I think from a technology point of view, what can they push really? There's still a lot of development going on.
Kind of refining.
Yeah,
Of
I
the
think
sport.
paddles, there is still a massive amount of. The thing with paddles is they're expensive, and it's really hard to. What do you know you're looking for? I mean, to be honest, you can give me any paddle today, and I can put in one. I don't know what it's going to be like until I've properly paddled with it.
Right,
So,
right.
as with boards,
Yeah.
it's a difficult thing to kind of like. You kind of almost, I think you get used to what you end up paddling with.
Yep.
When it gets to the high-end paddles, I'm not talking about like a plastic paddle you get with a 400-pound board, but if you're going out buying a carbon fiber paddle, find something that works for you, try it, test, play, borrow. There's but it's you can spend expensive. It could be, yeah. You see people with loads of different paddles, and you're like,
Much as the board.
yeah,
Nearly.
yeah. Boards and board prices these days.
Through the roof.
Yeah.
So for the technology and everything.
I think manufacturing costs.
Really? Entry level though has gone down.
Shipping costs. I mean, I'm not talking $200 Lidl air beds that you can apparently stand on and will be in landfill within a week. Yeah, but just manufacturing, shipping costs.
Yeah.
Without UK leaving the EU, leaving the EU, just the difficulty we have getting stuff in, and sending stuff. It's just, So what that's doing though is bringing up quite a second-hand market.
Okay.
If you look at some brand new boards now are costing upwards of £4,000.
Wow.
For us, so
Yeah.
look at a Blackfish Infinity, $4,500. The last time I had a little look, don't quote me. You maybe you get it cheaper, but that's a lot of dollar. Well, it's a lot of pounds for a
It's
for a
heavy.
board. And like say for people are gonna start looking at second-hand boards.
So crossing for the cure, the paddle was used that you were just talking about.
There
No
you go.
kidding.
By the second place behind Casey.
No
There we go.
kidding. All right, that's some really interesting.
That's a really interesting link there. So do you want to
Yeah.
explain that link? So with the
the crossing,
Which
for
we
the
talked
cure-
about
was that
earlier.
Casey?
It's not Casey.
That's
it's
not
the girl
Casey?
Who got second, but the
Okay.
picture has Casey in it.
All right, so the second place. This is last year,
Yeah,
or this
'cause I
year?
didn't think it was in the U.S. I thought it was more of a UK.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so this year, the crossing for the cure that we talked with Casey Kiernan about earlier, and Josh, from paddling from the Bahamas, Bimini Island to the mainland of Florida, that paddle you just saw was used for the second place, female or second place overall. Either way, someone fast
some of us.
that used that for their official 80 mile crossing across. Right there,
Yeah.
Bahamas to Florida. That's wild.
Yeah.
So it's made it. It's been put
this,
to the test.
Yeah. A friend hasn't just
Wow.
got the saw out and give this a go.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's.
I mean, I did have nightmares of like trying it out on a race and going out there and just standing there on the spot like.
It's like using a fork.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah, it's
Using
coming
a
back.
rake out there for.
Yeah. I was gonna get Dave to land.
I want to hear what they say. We just had a couple people
Dave tried it. Dave and Susie have given it a go. Have we got anyone on the chat? Anyone? Any questions on the chat?
Yeah, this is really interesting. I love hearing about this
yeah.
new technology.
Here we go. So we've got ask Kristen if you've heard the Stingray's easier on the back.
Yeah, that's when I ran around.
Okay, sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we've done those. Yeah, cool.
Nomadic paddler in the UK.
Yeah, David Hayes, I know he's been paddling those.
Let's see.
I know this is just a visual, but here's a negative in my mind. You bury a blade, which they show in the dragon boat.
But not on the
wherever
sup.
They're showing the sup paddler, and I know they're trying to show the blade partly, but she's not putting the paddle all the way.
Oh,
in.
yeah.
It's like, do they understand our sport?
Yeah.
Is what it makes me think.
Yeah.
Sorry, Oscar.
Not
No.
understanding your target
That's great feedback.
Yeah,
I mean,
because they make the paddle for a whole bunch of different craft. So I always question, like, because we're kind of a newer craft.
Absolutely, yeah.
Has anyone paddled with the slotted paddle yet? Just not outside of the crossing for cystic fibrosis that we just talked about. Not here.
Not LPS.
Yeah. Can we switch out paddles?
Yes.
With this race, we can,
Yes,
but not
you
boards.
can switch out paddles. You can switch out fins. Any things like that.
That might be a good idea for those who use multiple paddles, just to
Yeah.
switch up paddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could get
Maybe
new
some
things
slightly
going.
different
That's
muscles.
not a bad idea.
I have different sizes of the same
Yeah.
paddle, but different blade size. And length.
I've got lengths, a couple of different lengths.
So we've got a question
Oh.
from Kiva. What technology would you like to see improve? Anything about the sport? Anything that you see like maybe is lacking that could be improved upon? Maybe it's organization overall. I don't know. Like I don't know. We talked about that a little bit. Not that it's not doing great,
I've
but
worked on that a lot.
yeah, it's got a long way to go.
One that I know is being worked on are in the U.S. PFDs are required to be approved by the Coast Guard.
PFDs.
It's supposedly a really complicated process, but I have a friend who has a hydration pack with a built-in PFD, and that is very appealing to me. I don't like so many pieces of equipment. I want it all tied together. Yes, because we adopted a lot of equipment. I still think a lot of our stuff is not made specifically for stand-up. It's from surf or it's from kayak, and we just whether it's the leash or the PFD, and we've not quite made it really ours yet.
I know very little about the approval process for PFDs, but I do know. So Mustang Survival, who are a Canadian company who.
Well, they bought MTI, a
Yeah.
company I love.
Yeah.
It's just a PFD company. Yeah.
And so
Go Lily.
they've been developing some PFDs, and they've been getting a clearance for them to be used in the UK. And I know it's been a very long process.
Oh, is it?
But Skip and I, we this sounds really weird saying this. We did a photo shoot. They sponsored us. For those they say sponsored us, they supported us with kit for the Yukon.
Yeah.
And we're carrying on to work with them with some awesome kit that traditionally wasn't intended. I'll be honest. I don't think for SUP.
Okay.
They're an ocean marine.
Yeah.
Sailing. It's not its sole intention for SUP, but we're finding we test
They're
some.
getting more into it, like buying MIT.
Yeah.
Which was specifically SUP.
Yeah.
I mean, they specialized in it. They had other stuff too.
Yeah.
They do seem to be working in that.
And we did a photo shoot and did some testing in the UK in August on some of the new PFDs they've got coming out. They were launched at Mets back in November, and they are, I think, available February time after they get their clearance. And these PFDs, for the fit for paddleboarding was fantastic. So
what are some of the changes?
Well, it wasn't really changes. It's the things that when you're wearing a PFD for paddleboarding, the things you don't want chafing under the arms.
Right.
Yeah. You want a nice low profile.
Yeah.
So low profile. So this is not. I'm not talking PFDs with loads of storage pockets. So let's think about the leisure paddler. The leisure paddle, the recreational paddler out on your lake. You want something low profile. It's easy to get on your board. You're not going to catch it on things. You fall in, you want to be able to get back on the board. There's a big complaint with people with some of these big bulky PFDs.
Yeah.
The cut. Having nice clearance around, so when you're paddling, you're not getting rubbed and abrasion here. So it come in. So, and I think some of these were more for canoe, kayak, and we were like, these are perfect for SUP. These are just
Yeah,
all the
because
things
it's
there.
already considering a lot of that.
A lot of the same things as well. So, and I think they're finalising approval for the UK market, so we'll have those. So I think
Interesting.
that's
So
really
PFDs.
interesting. PFDs.
Yeah.
I think. That's of course a really. This is a very UK-based thing, but some kind of coherent governing body structure.
Okay.
Competition is
We have a few, but
is a mess.
many.
Is a mess.
Is it? Just the amount of races going on.
No,
and not being
right.
structured the same way.
So British Canoeing are now trying to take. Well, they are the governing body for SUP.
Yeah.
The British Canoeing is the
Yeah.
governing for SUP, and they are doing what they can. They're bringing people in,
That's
but
because of the top-down nature.
Top-down
so
nature.
ICF told the canoe associations in every country, you now have SUP.
Yeah.
And surfing did the same thing.
yeah, we've got Surf England
So British
looking at
surfing.
running SUP championships, but surfing.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying anything wrong with this, but it's like we've got B Super, which is the British Stand-Up Paddleboard Association,
Okay.
which is dedicated to SUP.
Yeah. Right.
And have been the governing body for some time. We had the WSA who just gone unfortunately filed for bankruptcy.
They did.
Yeah, they were
I'm
really
sorry,
sad.
They did such good stuff.
They did great stuff as
Love
well.
all
They're
their
great training
safety.
courses and safety stuff.
think I
So
took the course.
there's just a load of stuff going on, and you get the feeling that maybe it's just lots of paper pushing and wrangling at top, and very little benefit for. But they're trying. I mean, there's some great people being brought in to champion SUP within British Canoeing, and SUP Canoeing Wales. Emily Evans, Sam Rutt. I'm really sorry I'm going to forget some names, but they are really trying to push the sport. But it's just funding for if you're going to become something like a part of like British Canoeing, you want the funding then for the sport to go and send teams. But we've got great paddlers.
At least your country funds sports.
Well, we don't
Other
fight.
than
Yeah.
basketball, football.
I mean,
Funding, you have
don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
I don't claim any way to understand what's going on, but sometimes
No, it's a
sometimes you look at it
Yeah.
from the outside and you're like, well, this is a bit of a cluster F.
Yeah.
It's not just your country.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's just been so confusing.
Yeah. And everyone
Top
wants.
down, two things,
and it feels
At
like
first everybody was like, oh, good. One of them
Yeah.
will take us to
This
the
will
Olympics
get.
instead.
Yeah, and it feels like everyone wants to.
Oh, I wasn't pushing it. I was just holding it.
And as the sport grows, it feels like people see dollar signs. All there's
Yeah.
money in that. There's growing sport. Lots of
Uh-huh.
people.
Let's
Haha.
attract,
Let's
yeah.
regulate this. Let's
Yeah.
do something. And
No.
it's just anyway. So
good luck.
that's very political. That doesn't really answer your question, and I don't know enough about it to talk about it. But I just think
No,
it looks
I'm
like a
the
real mess.
president
Hasn't
of
stopped
our
you yet.
independent organization,
I know.
trying to work with both.
Yeah, we have
country
great independent races put on. We have GB SUP that work really hard to put on a GB SUP racing series, and it just it just doesn't seem very joined up.
Interesting. Well, what are you going to do about it?
I just moan about it on the
Okay.
live
Alright,
stream.
sweet.
Moan
Hey,
about it
that-
live
that
stream
might
and
get
then
a
make it
couple
someone
things
else's
done.
problem basically. Like,
That's what I've done with you, though.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
we got Craig can
No,
figure
no,
it
no,
out.
no. I think there's a lot of good people.
Do you see yourself working in that kind of role, like helping with that, or just really participating as much as possible to show that there's the need for it?
There's a spot right here for you.
Is that,
Do you know Norm? Have you met him?
I mean, we're actually already on here.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I didn't see you. On the ambassadors?
Yeah. We're on page 1, I think you'll find. Oh, there. Click on paddle. But we're
Are
under
you
a
on
team.
it together?
What
Yeah,
is
we're under a
that?
team. Yeah, that's the Mustang Survival website.
Okay.
You see us. I think we're probably the first ones in there.
What was the name of your team?
Team Shack, the Surrey Hills Adventure Company,
Okay.
which was
yeah.
me and my skip. So I think we're on there.
Oh.
We're on there.
That was your
That's
team
for
for the
Yukon.
Yukon.
Yeah. And we're doing our own things.
When was that again?
July.
This past July.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Coming off that.
Yeah.
Feel like you processed
Yeah,
it.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'll do
Still?
it. That's for Christmas Eve. But now going back to I mean, I would love to think I had time.
Yeah.
I think with the right people in the room, with being able to talk to people that can make things happen.
Yeah.
And I haven't got time for that really. I'd love to. I overcommit to everything.
Yeah.
We're trying to make things happen. I'm
Yeah.
one of those who's spending way too much time doing
Yeah,
It's,
you've overcommitted here to this
Yeah,
event, you know?
it's
Just
I think
haven't slept.
there's a lot of good people doing things for the right intentions.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it's just like it always seems
hard
to
to
get
do.
stuck. It just gets stuck in paperwork and at some point someone needs to make money out of something, and that's when it all goes to pot. It is, isn't it? Good people doing good things for fun and for the love of something, and then money gets involved, and all of a sudden.
Yep.
Anyway.
Check in with Last Powder Standing in 5 years, see if we've gotten to that point. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're going to keep this free.
Also, that through things like the 11 cities, seeing how they've got such an amazing sub scene over there. There's so many racers. And I'd love to see something like that in the UK as well. So I don't know if I want to look at the chat now. Who have I offended?
Let's see. There's going to be
I've been shut down by the British Canoe have sent me a cease and desist.
Greg has gone on a war
off the live stream.
Yeah.
Cut him off.
So is BSEPA an independent organization?
Yeah, BSEPA, and there's no like single national governing body now, so they're trying to work together.
No, there isn't a single one. There should be three in every country right now, sadly.
Yeah.
The Surf Association is required by ISA to pick the team.
Yeah.
Then the Canoe and Kayaking organization
It's
for your
just-
country is required.
So someone asked, has any country got it figured out well? And you were talking about 11 cities. Have they?
Well, no. So 11 cities is an event, but like
that area.
Switzerland, South Africa.
Is that you?
We're
I mean,
trying.
I don't know enough about
Switzerland, South Africa.
They both have independent organizations.
Yeah.
They're trying to work with both canoe and kayak. And I feel bad for them in surfing. They were told to add our sport, but didn't necessarily have any information, background, or connections to our sport. Or they're just added as a discipline. Yeah.
It's on water. It has a paddle.
Yeah.
And people are involved, and they do stuff.
They throw you under the same.
But there's not the same amount of money we're going to give to get it set up, but make it work.
There you go. Why don't you sit down like the rest
Get the
of
training
us?
manual and do a word replace the word canoe for sup.
Find replace.
Find replace. That's it. Anyway, let's move on from that.
Oh, that's really interesting.
So that's an interesting one.
Well, what else besides PDFs and governance? What else do you want to see improve?
Media.
Media. Okay.
So let's.
All right.
So
This is a good. This is a
media.
good discussion. Media
You
coverage.
have the best media there is. You actually have print magazines. We have zero with the name.
So
Sup in the
so I mean, when I say media, so we look at we all love a good magazine, right? So I'm talking media across everything. I'm going to start
If
print.
you can read.
If you can read, or if you
know.
you can look at pretty pictures.
A lot of pictures.
So we have Sup International. Obviously, there's a Globe magazine, but that's.
But isn't it based in UK?
Yeah, absolutely. A good friend of mine, Dom Moore, is the editor for the magazine.
Okay.
Dom has Surf Sanctuary in Cornwall.
I love the people at SUPM.
Yeah, SUPM, absolutely. Yeah, Tez is fantastic. For ground route as well, really supports the UK scene there as well. We have online magazines as well. So the magazines, but when I say media, I should be more specific. It's I worked for a few years within the kite surf industry around media. We had like an online TV channel for kite surfing and apps, and it was just from 2013 to 17, 18. Did some work with Red Bull. That's with things like the King of the Air in South Africa. We did a lot. That's why this was a Surf Expo all the time, working with brands, and it kind of things like live streaming a normal race. There's not an audience online. No one really. I mean, this is different. There's a global audience logging in randomly.
Is that because of how small and tight knit the group is, and just you can focus on individuals
What, for
versus
this?
a mass of people? Yeah.
No, I think this is not about if we said the fastest paddler standing, we're going to come to Sarasota and they're going to do sprints on here.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be much of an audience, I don't think, to watch it remotely online.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
like,
much of a draw
they
on
might
their
do,
storyline.
but not until the industry bodies put some money behind it and start raising profiles of races. But like something like this, we're seeing people logging on, watching it. I just think there's probably some stuff that can be done. I'll use 11 Cities again. They do some great stuff. Their media across the race is amazing. Amazing photography, videography.
Yeah.
They do a lot of work with the local. If I'm getting this wrong, I apologise. They do a lot of work with the local media college, university. So media students get to get a bit of work experience. They get to 4 or 5 days experience on an event.
I stayed that last night, and they moved us off of our main boat, so I was on that boat.
Yeah, the media event. And
the most amazing. There's 6 of them with their
laptops
all
open.
working together,
People
and
coming in,
volunteers
dropping cards in, but not the volunteers, but they're
they're
getting
professional.
and they're getting the experience and like the way, and it's just Maria and her team run this tight ship, and it's just, it just, she's amazing. It just works. People come out of that with for their portfolios, but it's not that. Oh, come and work for free, and we'll let you. Yeah, it's properly done. So, everyone, you that night you're going through the photo albums. Am I in it? And the quality of the stuff. Tanya, do you know Tanya Erka?
Yes. She saved me because I broke my paddle. She loaned me.
Tanya. So she's with 404.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a hippo stick.
And Tanya, I think runs social now.
So I had a board I'd never been on in my life, which was too narrow for me, and a borrowed paddle. Not a good way to start a 5-day longest race you've ever done.
Yeah. So some fantastic people like Tanya, Maria.
What are they doing? Are they posting to social?
Everywhere. I mean, it's a almost a textbook case study of how to do media content for an event. It's brilliant. Yeah. So I'm not really giving you good answers. Well, we just I think
that's
it's
really cool.
Drone footage and buoy turns that you were talking about.
Yeah.
What race is that?
One of you were saying drones.
ICFs, yeah.
Too much, but I think it's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What have we? Any questions? Are we just mouthing off to people?
I got you right here.
Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so yes, Alison and Alistair paddled a prototype slotted paddle. That's interesting. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. I'd like to know if any paddlers have taken advantage of switching paddles. Not to my knowledge. I don't think we've had any paddlers switch paddles.
Not that we know.
Not that we
know.
Everyone's been there.
I guess they might have in between.
They may have done. Carissa, I use the cut blade daily as well for work. I own a touring company. It saves my shoulder day in, day out. Well, there's a great deal. So someone that's regularly paddling, that's great. Kev on board would absolutely love a lightweight PFD that has the hydration built in for sure. Most of the ones I've seen like that, super bulky. Works well in colder places, but too sweaty here. Yeah, absolutely.
Trackers on paddlers during races. Yeah, we talked about that
trackers
a
on
little
paddlers
bit.
during races. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, with a little
good
map in the corner.
Yeah, good GPS speedo for the deck. They're hard to sort, so that's an interesting one. GPS speedos. Still, people are buying the Speed Coach. Which we've seen on boards here, the Speed Coach. The last time that software was updated was 2015. Oh, okay, we've got some coming. We're gonna come back to that, but we're gonna separate out of the way so we can see people coming in.
What is the speedo? Just your.
I'll tell you in a minute. Well, hold that thought.
Speedo is a very small men's baby.
Yeah. Hey.
That's what I think when you said it.
Yeah,
Speedo.
Speedo.
I don't need to know where it is. It's pretty clear.
Down there.
Pretty obvious where it is. Little stripper. I wouldn't watch something. Yeah, we'll hold it.
Would not watch.
No, but hold on. I think we'll carry on with some good. We'll let everyone that's commented we haven't replied. We are going to carry on with that.
And put some more questions in the comments too, or reflections, and we'll get on that once everybody gets in.
Yeah, as soon as
40 minutes on the dot.
Is that Bruce again?
No, I think that's
No.
Alex.
Oh, right here is Alex.
Yeah.
I'm looking straight ahead. I think that's Nippers.
Look at that glow on the red. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
He looks like E.T.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Don't tell him that though.
No.
Just not in the face.
Elliot.
Better looking than that. Oh man, I'm gonna grab some water. I need my body's craving some water. Y'all need any?
Yeah. Can you fill my water up? That is that big water bottle at the back there, black with the rainbow kind of. There we go. That is. Nippers is in as well. 2 paddlers are in so far. Just looking out. What have we got? There's quite a big gap there. Let me switch back to the questions again and see. Martin, 100% perfect description of UK SUP governance. I hope I've not offended anyone, honestly. Great discussion on how SUP is organised. Has any country got it figured out well? Growth idea, coordinate with the trail running community for run SUP events. Lots of crossover. Agreed there, Eric. That's a great suggestion. Yeah, I wouldn't watch SUP sprints. Yeah. Awesome. So I just started looking through the comments.
Yeah, I couldn't resist.
Who is in so far? We have Alex and Nippers. Yeah, Alex and Nippers are in so far. I will move out the way. The second we see anything happening, there's quite a big gap actually. So we're on. So that's a fast lap. That's a fast lap. So it's not that the rest are slow. It's that is a fast lap. Again, it's absolutely butter flat glass. It's quite a big gap.
You want a snack over there? We got peanuts and beef jerky.
I nearly fell for that.
I actually do think we have that.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
There's a whole bin of stuff if you want to just grab some.
That's cool. I've got.
I needed a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and get some Snickers in a minute. I think.
Yeah, that
Stretch out.
kind bar was for you too.
I'm glad it was because I ate it.
You ate it? Okay.
Yeah, it was just there. I ate it. Like, you've been waiting. You've been saving up.
Where?
Yeah, I know where it's. Well, these guys have been fast, but there's no one out there. No, there's no one out there.
38 minutes.
Yeah.
They're 33 hours in.
Yeah. So that was a. Was it a 38 minute lap?
Give or take.
Yeah. So that was a really fast lap by Nippers and Alex. Yeah, I mean, I think they're probably looking. I think Alex did say when he came in the last lap he needed some sleep. So I wouldn't be surprised if Alex put the hammer down to come in quickly to get more time to get some sleep. I can see a light. See 2 lights. 2 lights. Three together there.
I'm gonna stand up right here.
Yeah. Well, we'll just move out of the way when we move, just because it exposes based on. Yeah. So as long as we're out of the, I'll move out of the way once they start coming towards us. So I can see that's Bruce. It's Bobby, and behind Bobby that's Goran. I think it's Goran. Yeah, Goran, and there we go. They're all here. Say again? There's a kayaker out there too, yeah? So that's everyone. We're going to get out of the way and let you watch them come in before we cut back.
Let's give them wet paddlers. Yep, we already said it.
What's that?
Yeah,
I know.
someone asks, is it calm? It's calm as glass. I mean, it's you can see the reflection of the trees pretty beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to take this down.
So wow, the 2, what a separation.
Yeah. I was just saying,
8 minutes?
what Alex said, he was on that last lap he said he needed to sleep. I reckon he put a fast lap in there to go and get some shut-eye.
Yeah. A few minutes. I wonder if he's nervous at all when he
I think his crew with him now.
knows his. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
little PTSD.
Can't happen again.
Can't happen again. Yeah, make sure someone wakes Alice up.
What that was. Like a cough sneeze. We're in the silly hours here pretty quickly.
So how are you feeling? Because unlike you, I'm going to take a break. So I
I'm
feel
good.
like I should take it now, just in case.
Yeah.
You know, you seem to have endless energy.
Woo.
But yeah, you.
Woo.
Or was that a woot or a who?
That's a hoot and a woot. Yeah, no, I'm good.
I thought you said who. Okay, well I'm gonna go try to sleep early and get back here. Well, I also want to really want to be here for the hours.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I'm good.
About 45 through 48. So I'll come in the middle of the
Yeah, yeah.
night back and see how things are going. But you're doing fantastic, and we don't need all of this.
No, absolutely no. Yeah, get the rest.
I'm gonna go back early, try to sleep early, and get back super early in the morning.
That's a great idea.
Here we go.
It seems like you
Go
have
on.
endless energy.
Canada, are you awake?
But
Come in. Do you want a seat? Or do you want to go and sort out?
Canada.
Canada?
Yeah.
Let's have a look and see.
Chris Prince.
Chris Prince, let's see who we've got in the chat. Anyone in the chat? Let's go. Any record. We'll make sure Alex wakes up. Wind died down. Yeah, so no one's talking to you just yet.
No one talking.
No, but we had some problems with the when all that rain come in. So
So did he come up with the song? What song it was?
oh wait, is it?
What
Kristen, have you got the song that we were meant? Have you anyone got the song we're meant to sing? Come on, yeah.
There was two different translations.
Yeah, the translation. We said, what are we singing? We don't
We
wanna say.
wanted to find out what we were
But
being
they
sent.
They didn't give us a melody. They just
Who,
told us to sing
who wrote
it
it to you though?
We're gonna find it.
We'll find it right now.
find it here.
It was
Keep
2
going.
hours ago. Yes.
It was on the last stream. Yeah. I don't want to disrupt
You have
your.
a nice big smile on your face.
We can bring it to you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think we got to find the right
yeah, we're gonna.
video it was on too. I think it was on a few hours ago.
I can come around 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
1 o'clock when Europe starts
Yeah,
to wake up.
yeah. We'll start building up the fan base for you, okay?
Yeah,
we're
do
gonna start
that.
building up. Headlining tonight in 3 hours' time, we have Goran. Yeah, we have. Get your questions ready for him.
I think that's how they would have wanted it.
Yeah. I mean, how do you sing a song that you don't
Yeah. Sing this song to him. And there's no reference whatsoever to how the song
I don't
goes.
even remember which one of the videos it was.
It was on the last. Well, we had. We had a.
You know what I mean?
This is a paddling friend from Hollywood. Where is that? It's down like Fort Lauderdale.
Oh yeah.
So she was a teacher, but she's become this like community activist. She now works for Oceana.
Love Goran's graveyard shift at presenting last
Yeah,
year.
she's running for mayor.
But yeah, and I think we're going to see him paddling it longer.
Wow, that's awesome. Good for her.
Okay, Dallas, we shall let Goran. No, keep him there actually. Yeah.
You find it?
No, but we just found someone sending him a message.
Who's No, but we got somebody asked us to sing a song to him.
Yeah, Goran looks pretty spry. Pretty spry for a white
Yeah, so Goran finished last year, and what are they? What is this? What are they saying?
No, that's saying that. That's I was just in the chat room.
Goran finished last year and came and helped host through the night.
Yeah.
He just sat here and did a lot of that. So, if anyone does drop and they want to do that, that's totally fine. But not
on my dead
idea,
body.
You're like, no. One rule you won't be rewarded with any time on the mic if you drop out at this point. Got to get to 48. No, let's not forget to change the lap number, but we got some time.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, we're going to back in the game again now. It's amazing how that disrupted everything, isn't it? Flow, but it's nice to have the laptop screen back.
Yeah. It's nice to see 4 of us.
Yeah.
So what is this? Is this just an older?
It's This is a YouTube studio, and it's just showing the stream, but
Okay,
it just
got it.
seems to kind of just like default to playing something
Random
but quiet.
times.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
random times. It's like, but yeah. So
Oh, that's when we moved the
yeah,
table
yeah.
out.
So, but the reason I'm looking here is the chat.
Yep.
Last year at this time, I was on my second bottle of wine.
We'll see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be here
Brilliant.
right after I drop them off.
So
Yeah,
2x dues.
That works for you. So I'll just stay late.
Not flying until later.
What's your plan? What do you got to do? You got to get some rest at some point.
I'm gonna rest when I finish the stream.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
rest.
like in
He is
20
just-
minutes when it kicks us
No,
off.
no. When the last paddler,
You're gonna
Standing.
last.
yeah,
You're gonna try to be
the last commentator standing.
That's what we did last year, actually.
So what was I saying? Yeah, so we've got here we go, 2x dues. Yeah, we had fireworks this year. Yes, we did have fireworks this year.
Yep, fireworks last night.
They were great.
Can you use them again right now?
Well, do you want to see some? We can show you some fireworks right now. The fireworks
Oh,
were like
yeah,
this.
yeah. It's gonna.
Ooh, ooh.
What do you? What is that? How do you do that?
We love this, don't we?
Is it? Are you trying to
No, no,
if
no.
you have this shape on screen?
No.
Trigger this effect?
You're overthinking it.
Are you clicking something?
There's a button under here.
No, there's not. No, there's not. Come on, now. You made me believe I'm reading.
I'm messing with you.
Are you distracting me? But you got both your hands, so you're not clicking on anything. Oh, there's a thumbs up.
There's a thumbs
Is
up.
Is that someone? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, that works. Okay, thumbs down. Does it do that? Thumbs down, thumbs down. Okay.
Okay,
alright,
he's
that's
getting,
right.
he's getting
Alright,
somewhere
I'm getting the hang
now.
of it. Let's see if I do both. I
Hey!
got it. Get it out. Yes, let's go. Wow, what else does it do? No way.
No, I'm making the blowing bit up. It doesn't. It just goes. But if you do it,
It's like, you're gonna blow it around, make more shapes.
I can start picking them out of the sky, and then I can pick one out and then come in real life.
Give it to the
it.
guest.
Yeah.
Did you see? Y'all, they see all that. That's really cool.
If they don't see all that, we look what we're doing really weird. Let's go back to the chat and
oh my gosh! Yeah, we got about
yeah.
5 minutes before we do anything, so we're good.
Yeah, so Denise, remember Denise from the race last year?
Yes.
She had too many injuries to join this year, but would love to have been on a flying fish.
Yep.
As most people with flying fishes.
Lots of flying fishes.
This is fun. Interactive TV, says Mark.
See, I don't even know all that it can do. I mean,
No.
I've seen a couple
So
things.
I don't know any more than that, but I got a feeling that there's some
Is
kind
this
of...
the program?
So I think this
is it the Mac?
It's the Mac
Yeah.
that uses the camera to recognise shapes or emojis, but will work with any software like Zoom.
Any software, yeah.
Anyone that uses video conferencing.
Yeah.
But I've got a feeling there's definitely more. Like,
there's
dare
gotta
I
be.
say, how do you do a poo emoji?
Oh gosh. I don't know. You probably didn't watch
we
Meet the
probably did.
Fockers.
Yeah.
This is sign language.
Yeah,
for
interactive
poop.
TV. Okay, what else do we have? Where are we? We are so we have 5 minutes to the top of the hour.
What
3
were we
minutes.
talking about before? There was a couple questions.
We started getting deep in. Well, there was a couple of questions.
that were could have answered pretty quick.
Yeah, I kind of answered. There were more comments about. Mine was quite a good description of the state of the UK.
Yep. There was other things that weren't so heavy.
Yeah.
Or consequential, or you know. Too
Um,
many injuries. Team Nippers. Do they have fireworks?
Yeah,
Love
don't know,
Goran's graveyard. Goran.
Goran,
Denise.
yeah.
Winds died down.
That was quite interesting. Actually, there's one there we missed. I wouldn't watch
Yeah.
sup sprints. That was a good one. Yeah.
'cause
So
you said that. Who would
I
watch
said
that
who
race?
would watch sup sprints. Unless I mean the people would watch it, but it's not like watching this kind of event where you're vested into the races. But someone said they would like to watch. They would watch something like
Coverage of this
the 11 cities.
Yeah.
Of coverage like this of the 11 cities. That's an interesting one. Yeah.
So with all the media that they do, they don't do any sort of live stream or anything to follow along?
No, not social. Loads of social.
So
but
that's the way
again,
to
I
follow
think the live stuff is for events like this where you've got set location.
Yeah.
Because the challenge always comes with a moving
Yeah.
event. This, is just an event built for something like this, where you can bring people to have a chat. And it's races, it's friends of racers, it's family members. it's sponsors, it's people within the industry. There's so many different people that are dropping in and out.
Spectators are
coming in. And it's in an environment where you can see the races all. When I say all the time, of course we can't see, but they're coming round. So I know it's interesting. It'd be interesting, what we watch.
Are people telling y'all in the comments if they're gonna do the race next year?
Yeah,
we've had
we
a
haven't
few
put a
people
call out.
mention.
People mention it. We will.
There's some past racers, plenty of past racers.
Go ahead and tell them early January registration.
Early
January registration begins now. Put into the chat if you are considering entering LPS 2024. And we'll send you to a really dodgy link where we'll take payment now. And send you a new live stream link. No, but it'd be great to know those that are listening now who are actually considering entering. Registration will open in January.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it'd be good to get a gauge.
And if we're talking about
Speedo is. Speedo. That's what we were talking about. Yeah.
So what is that? Is that just your GPS?
Yeah, Brendan, everyone is in. Yeah. So we will go on as messages. Yeah. So Speedo. Yeah. So GPS is showing you how fast you're traveling. It's basic. So people are still the speed coach is what you can buy online. Made in it's 2015. No, 2015 we were on like 2 in the morning, like an iPhone like 8 or something. Technology's not evolved. They're still really expensive, but they're a nice big display.
Got it.
Show you. You can configure it to show you your speed, your average, your splits, your heart rate, your cadence, your.
That we could see and we could.
No. This is for the racer.
But imagine if we could see that in
absolutely.
split.
But if we can see those trackers that can do that. The thing is, these days with things like those trackers. Watches have really taken over because they do that and so much more. You can get mounts for these. They are smaller screens though, so I've got a mount for this that I can put on the board in front of me. I've got good eyesight, so I'm okay reading it. But the speed coach is a nice big display. So it's like
dashboard.
But being able to send that data easily. But we're going to move back and let everyone see.
Greg, what happened in the City Spurs game? Can you click?
I haven't. Do you know what? I haven't. I saw Brighton lost.
You just asked online.
1 minute.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, people, tell us what happened.
What was
Speedo in the UK is for measuring speed like an odometer. Speedo in the US is a miniature men's underwear / swimming trunks that are usually don't look that great. So totally different meaning. Here we are. 30 seconds. You want the commentators in Speedos? Trust me, you do not want us in Speedos. Here we go.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
1. Steven, where was that chicken sandwich from? Bake Shack. That looked awesome. Not? Is that right? Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A ain't got the best chicken sandwich. You know who's got a better chicken sandwich? Zaxby's. You ever had Zaxby's? I have. Oh. I've had them all. I've tested them all out too. Zaxby's where it's at. Yeah. To me.
Burger King had the worst one.
Yeah.
It's like not even.
No, I don't even like KFC's. I don't think it's that great. I don't know. Maybe it was a bad day.
Yeah.
But I've had Popeyes to me.
Popeyes
it's good, but it's not
great. No.
I like Chick-fil-A's better.
Yeah, for sure.
But to me, Zaxby's is like it's wet chicken, so they've got it in a sauce. It's coated. You know what I mean? Almost like a chicken wing. And the pickles are thick, and the bun is toasted, and it's just better care taken of it.
The bun is better there.
Ooh, where were we?
Yeah, we're talking about chicken sandwiches because Stephen was eating what looked like a beautiful chicken Sammy, and I was like, man,
how do you find your way in the dark? I have a torch.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So
Oh, not me. The racers. No, so
So it looks darker than it is.
yeah, it looks darker. There's a lot of ambient light, and they've been going around this.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Like, it looks like pitch black darkness behind us, but there's a lot of basically landmarks you can use. Towers blinking, and there's a runway almost along the path that's lit up, and so you can kind of see the distance you are from, you know, the light at the end, and as well as the road. The road has a lot of street lights, so you can kind of just see the reflection of those lights on the water. As long as it's calm, it's probably a little easier. And yeah, none of them have lights lighting their way. They're all the lights they're using are to be able to see the board and just be compliant with the rules. But yeah, there's plenty of lights, and I think a lot of them don't want to light because Goran's probably the only one that's lighting the way, but the lights behind him on the board illuminating forward. And if you wanted to illuminate forward, you want the light on the front of the board, because if it's on a headlamp, when you paddle, the paddle cuts across the light in your hands, and it's really blinding. So a lot of them are opting for a red light, for a less intense light but still very visible. But yeah, they're not wearing them as a headlamp. Some people have it on their chest or around their waist, facing front, facing back, but it needs to be visible. And I'd have to say, for the most part, it's pretty visible. Once they get a little farther away, it's hard to see, but for them, seeing the way isn't a huge deal. And I think the darker it is actually you can kind of get in a rhythm, get in the zone. You almost feel like closed in by the darkness. That sounds terrible, but it's more in like a focused way where you can just kind of sit there and paddle. You're looking at that blinking tower off in the distance, or whatever you're using as your landmark. And yeah, it's not too hard to see things like the buoys and the lanes. And what's nice about this lake, there's no other traffic. There's not boats flying around. There's not houses around it for people who might be out there on their own personal crafts or kayaks. There are a few people out here kayaking and whatnot, but it's very few. And if they're out here, they're usually pretty serious about it, and they're rowing, and they stay in the rowing portion of the lake. So that's nice. You don't have anything to run into, nothing random, no docks or anything that unexpected. So it eliminates a lot of that. So I think that's one reason, because I've been surprised by that too, why they're not lighting their way, but that's what it seems to be. So I'll look for some more questions real quick. Greg and Craig are off for a second. Let's see. I read something about a joke. GPS and Speedo for the deck. Yeah, they both kind of work for the deck. Want the commoners and Speedos. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. Y'all are silly. Let's see. Are we live? Let's throw this out there. In the future, not saying we can pull any of this off, but what kind of features would you like to see with the race? Whether that's different camera angles or different things to talk about, different settings. Something we've talked about is a drone that can give us feedback, like live stream right away. Has anybody had experience with drones in paddleboarding, and how it, like, the noise affects the paddleboard? Is it annoying, or is it just not seem to be an issue? That's one idea. Another idea is like buoy cameras, where we can see how they're turning around the buoys and film that. That could also be done with a drone, just like position yourself. It's hard to get a camera on the water somewhere, but that buoy right there would be cool to see, because that's the sharpest turn, and we could get, pretty close with that right on the land, pointing the camera at the buoy. So that's one idea. But feel free to share ideas. Feel free to share ideas. We're open to all kinds of stuff, and I think now that we have 2 years under our belt, we're going to want to expand out a little bit and do a little bit more creative things. So let's see. I don't see any messages. shout out to all the people. I had some friends show up today. Post on social. I posted on social that some people came here today because they saw it on social media. So be sure to share it with folks. Tell people, if you know anybody in Florida, share it with them. Tell them to come. We had people travel from the other side of the state, like 3-4 hours away, just to be here and check it out on the last day after hearing about it the first few days. So, you know, tomorrow, if anybody isn't working or anybody has off, the last few hours, or what we assume to be the last few hours, is going to be, I think, pretty dang interesting. No idea what's going to happen yet. So, sweet. It's getting dark. It's cooling off. The wind is nice. That's a great idea. The national races in Long Beach, the split screen coverage. We had a little bit of that last year with our setup. Not to like that degree, but that was really nice. That was a lot of fun. But gosh, there's a lot of folks doing it really well out there. Yeah, great idea. But the one thing they got to be careful for now is the alligators. Gators are coming out the feed, and they're very active at night. But the good news is, nothing to worry about. You can see their eyes really easily, so can't wait.
Yeah, we need some.
Told them you gotta be careful.
We need some red eye reports.
Yeah.
Red eye reports.
We gotta go see who's seeing what.
What are red eye reports?
Well, we don't know.
Gators have red eyes at night.
Seeing if you can go see their eyes shine. You get a light out there, and you just count them up. Count them up. Here's the thing, I don't know if they're going to be seeing hallucinations or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Might be. If it's purple or there's a two-headed alligator, it's a hallucination.
It's only 8 minutes since they all left.
Feels like 20.
Yeah, I was
Feels
like,
like 20.
yeah.
And doesn't it? Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I was asking them about changes they'd like to see in the race in the future, like just things they'd like to see implemented, and got some cool ideas. Nothing we ain't already thought of, though. No, I'm just kidding.
We got here, so split screen coverage at the USA, it's great.
Yeah, a couple of fixed cameras around. We have talked about that.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. Actually, Abez, I think you may have asked this question yesterday about the thinking behind the route distance. It's a good question for Greg, actually. Why was it 3.5 miles?
I think it
Do you
was
know
the
answer?
limit. I think it was the limit of the course itself. Just where the buoys have been positioned. I don't know.
No, yeah. So maybe
because he maybe could have moved a buoy in. It would just been awkward to paddle across. I don't know if we could cut across some of those paddling rowing lanes.
So do you think it was simple as the location here?
This location and the paddleable loop on the outer ring of the lake.
Yeah.
That's not cutting through any rowing lanes, which are still. I mean, to put this into perspective, we had people out here rowing yesterday.
Yeah, true.
Teams that are literally training for the Olympics. They were in the Olympics in 2022, right?
Yep.
Or 2020.
Wasn't 2020. Wasn't 2020.
2022 and racing in Paris next. So like, this is a world-class, world-renowned rowing facility. We are definitely,
punching above our weight.
Yeah. We're like imposing on their facility. They're allowing us to be here. So this is for rowing, and quite literally Olympic athletes were here yesterday. Just like, what is this race? Tell us more. We're training for the Olympics. So.
So are we.
Stay out of our way. Yeah. They're so what?
So are we.
Yeah. So are we, baby. Last paddler standing.
And we're sup. We don't want to be part of your canoe clubs.
Yeah, last paddler standing, 2,300.
Yeah.
Olympic 2,300.
Yeah,
baby.
okay, it'll be in there.
We're gonna buy us some time.
So that means therefore that we have to go round the lanes.
Yep.
So following the outskirts of the lake.
We can confirm that. That's just my suspicion. We can confirm that with Greg.
We're starting rumors.
But he's handling some fire. Yeah. Always starting rumors.
Yeah.
That's what I think it would be. Yeah. Any other questions?
tracking camera on overhead wires like in football soccer.
Oh
yes.
my gosh.
But we won't have the budget to get a proper one, so we're going to get some cable and we're going
that's
to do
right.
it.
I think we got some laying around we could use.
We're
Tie a
right,
GoPro to it.
We're all pretty resourceful people.
Oh yeah.
Is it lap 36? Oh yes, we haven't put the lap up.
Oh shoot.
Sorry. Thank you. Another idea would be an automatic lap counter.
I'd love to keep stats on how many times we've forgotten that.
Yeah, thank you. Very good, yeah, so I think we're up to date on messages. Yeah, I think we are up to date.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling? I mean, you do you do anything? What was some of your early experiences with sleep deprivation? Because obviously
when I was 16. So what? Paddling?
I don't know. Like you're doing really well. This is obviously you're able to do this because of probably your experience with doing a lot of these long distance paddling.
Yeah,
or was the Yukon kind of your first go at that kind of format?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Because you don't even seem like you seemed like you slept 10 hours last night. I'm tired.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, it's
You're
like
good?
yeah, I'm just. I don't think it's anything from experience or learn. I think you can teach yourself to be less sleep deprived. I think you're just. You're not disciplined. I'm just saying that, like, you know, just like some people can power nap and come back a new person.
Yeah.
Some can't. You know, and I know I can't, but you know I can keep pretty sharp. Hopefully I've never pushed it to see how long I can do non-continuous.
Yeah.
The Yukon would have been the one time where it was 8-9 nights of 2 hours sleep.
Wow. What? Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
Did you want to do that slower? In the sense of seeing
where
you were.
Oh no, I'd go back and I mean, I'd love to go back one day and do it.
Thankfully, that was probably almost all daytime. The 18 hours, considering that the high, you know, how close to the Arctic Circle and the time of year.
The sun doesn't really go down. I mean, it's the first day it gets dusk because you're still. But as you're making your way more north, the sun doesn't. It kind of just gets dusky and it kind of
never goes down.
No, it goes behind stuff.
Yeah.
So like it gets dark, but you could get away without a torch.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes if you're looking for something in a
Not
tent,
this.
it's no. It's behind something. So it's
playing over there.
But it's not. Yeah, no, it's not this. So, but yeah, I would go back and do it in a canoe at my own pace, and if there's a bit of bad weather day, just sit in camp and maybe fish. And so, there are, it goes by so fast. You're like, I would love to go back and I can look back at the maps and remember things, and I'm like, do you remember this and remember that? And we look at the GoPro, do you remember? Oh wow, do you remember this? And there's all these things, and you're like, to go back to that. So, but sleep deprivation, I don't think you can train yourself. You just it's either something that you're okay with or it's not. There's people that just are tired and all the time. It's just but it hit me.
Yeah.
But I'll hold it off until I'm, But it's almost like when I'm done, it's almost like internal. I'll be like, right, you're done, Sawyer, and that'd be epic. Yeah. And that, I know, I'll be good.
Hopefully that doesn't happen in the next like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah. No. No. I won't give myself permission just yet. No, we're good. We're good. Yeah, we're good.
You're good.
Yeah.
What? So is your family going to be like, hey, you went all that time, now you're back, and now you're exhausted? You haven't slept a wink. No, you got to sleep for 2 days to catch up.
Exactly. It's the same with long haul. I mean, it's always the way, isn't it, with long haul? It's
come back exhausted.
Particularly when for us going back the way we go.
Oh yeah. Going against the time,
you're losing time.
Terrible going east.
It's adding on. So like coming stateside, it's always a lot easier to keep yourself up a little bit and smash a melatonin when you get here to get yourself. I actually, coming over here, I had a normal night's sleep on the first night.
Oh, wow.
I just took a tablet and read a book in bed for a bit, and there I was gone.
Wow.
So
Got ready to go.
woke up at normal time in the morning.
Man.
Which is good actually. Yeah.
So you've had a pretty amazing year.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of travel.
Yeah. It's nice to get back to traveling.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. It's kind of still.
But do you get to travel much with the beer?
Usually within the states.
The States.
They got me running around doing different events and whatnot. Usually
Yeah.
coast to coast, a few times a year.
Yeah.
But yeah, the older I get, which I'm not old, but the older I get, the more I just it caught your thumbs up. I think
Did it?
sees the down there.
Is that what it is? Is it
I
like
think
that?
you're like
Like
this,
that?
and
Oh,
you got it. Let's see if it'll do.
Yeah!
Boom, baby. Friendship.
Oh, we need a fist pump. That would
be.
That would be.
Yeah, that would be.
No, that would be.
That might be one.
That might
like
be
that,
one.
or like this. Like
I think we've lost it.
Yeah,
I think we've
yeah.
lost. I think maybe we should turn.
Okay.
Yeah, well, thank you.
What we're trying to do, or like, what about this? No. If you do this, you do this,
We get
it'll do
double
hard.
I think it only needs. Oh, there we go.
There we go. There we go. Over here.
Anyway.
Yeah. We're
Sorry,
just,
Laura.
we're playing, if you could see
Yeah,
what
you
we
see,
see,
yeah,
it would make sense. Yeah. Our people behind here think we're actually losing our minds.
Okay. Yeah. No. So. Yeah. Okay. Good question. Sorry if it's been answered, which it hasn't. The feed dropped out after I asked. That's fine. I thought it would. I thought it may have been a calculation on paddler's average speed. 50%. No. So so yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, the trophy there. Sorry, we're getting distracted now. You could set the course at 3 miles. So this is Abez. This was talking around the course about why it was set at a certain distance. So Bez was saying you could have set the course at 3 mile. Was the extra 10% a scientific calculation, such as time, distance to endurance, or did you set out the course, GPS distance, and say that's close enough? So it was I think this is the location we have. Let's map
Greg,
out.
I don't know if it was scientific. No, he does think through this stuff. Greg, can we ask you a question? The course.
Do you want to come over here?
Can I ask you a quick?
But let's bring over the man himself.
Because that's a really good question.
It is a really good question.
Because
Because,
it's like,
well, we don't know the answer, do we? We're kind of making up.
Yeah, which is what I usually do.
Yeah.
But,
So we're gonna bring Greg in.
So now that you've heard all the rumors, let's get it.
Yeah. And this is now.
There's rumors.
Yeah. All right, Greg.
So
I like rumors.
So Abez has a question, and it's like, where does the distance of 3.5 miles come from? Is there a significance to that? What brought you to that decision?
So in trail running in the backyard ultras, I think I mentioned this last night. It's 4.1 something like 4.16, something like that.
And when are people usually finishing that, like in a good race?
Relatively similar to what
40
we've got
40
here.
minutes?
Yeah, relatively similar. So with 15 minutes to 10 minutes left, that's pretty typical. So I knew I couldn't do that and keep people in for very long consistently. So it was a combination of coming here and paddling it myself.
Okay.
And seeing what it was, and then riding on the boat, measuring it out, seeing what I had just done on the boat, and kind of playing with it like that and going, okay, well, what would good paddlers do this in? You know, like how would that look? And it was when I saw that we measured it at 3.33, I was like, well, that's great because that's an easy number to remember. You know, got it. I think Backyard Ultra's number is hard to remember. I've already forgotten it. So, but this one's just a really easy number to remember. It could be, you know, we could have made it a little bit more.
3 flat.
Yeah, well, I think
because you don't
flat.
want it to be too short that they get half an hour off, and you don't want it to be so long.
What do you think we would if we'd cut it? If it had been 3 minutes, that would have cut off maybe a couple of minutes worth of time.
So if it was 3 miles,
it was just 3 even, so
3 even,
plus 3/10 of a mile.
That's half a kilometer. That's like 4 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, that's a decent amount of time that
it would go on a lot longer.
It would go on a lot longer. So, you know, and it could have been a little longer than that, but 3.33 is just a magic number. And I think what we're seeing
is
when conditions particularly are not great, you need every bit of that time to get in here to be able to do anything before you have to turn around and go back out.
Yeah.
Interesting. And so as far as buoy placement, that could be what caused you to not lengthen at this point because they're as far out as they can go, but it's shortened the distance. Do you have at this facility any ability to do that, or you can't cut through those rowing lanes?
No, we could cut it short. The problem is the wall in the middle.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
You only have a
certain
small
amount
space to go through,
Yeah,
right? So otherwise, if you lower the buoys, let's say, you still have to get up to that
cut a
point.
corner.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
not.
about it.
It's not gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna be a lot.
No. So I in answer. So if you weren't on the feed yesterday, this type of event does take a lot of inspiration from backyard ultras and your background in running, and brings it to paddleboarding, and converting that kind of effort that you need to do each hour with running in paddleboarding. 3.33 felt it's a nice number to remember. It's a number that you could paddle in around the kind of 40 to 45, 50. So it's a nice number that gives. So any shorter, and I think we'll see these paddlers. We'll be here for 72 hours.
Yeah.
Any longer, and it will be a lot. I think it would be. So all those things factored in, and then you look at the location. You go around in the boat, and you turn around and you say, I can make a 3.33 here by sticking a buoy there. Well, that's a great explanation.
Yeah, and then the 4.9,
which is the extended course,
the extended portion of it, was that I knew I needed to have something. I knew I needed to have an extension to be able to, to be able to weed people out at that 3.33 as fast as possible. And I was curious what I could make the ultimate distance be with one more buoy. Like if I added one more buoy in, what was the highest I could
without making
go?
the course really complicated.
Exactly.
Without having to put two buoys and you need to go around this twice.
Because we're talking sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
We're already making them have to do their one right-handed turn after 48 hours. Like so now
muscle memory is not there. They're not looking. They're not programmed to go that way.
Right. Exactly. Those were not fireworks.
Yippee-ki-yay.
So.
Wow. Welcome to America.
Yeah. So, so I wanted to see what that was, and when I measured it out at 4.9, then I started to think about really, really good paddlers who've been up essentially for 50 some odd hours before the race and during. Like, what's that going to look like? Because we know lots of great paddlers on great boards can do well over 5 miles an hour, no problem in good conditions. So 4.9 felt like this sub 5 kind of still attainable number that people wouldn't get too scared over when they saw it.
Yeah.
And yet, it is obviously a huge jump.
Yeah, and after 48 hours of paddling, and adding in buoy turns. Yeah.
And did you talk earlier, talk at all about our boat ride earlier?
Oh, yeah, shared it.
Yeah.
It was really put into perspective. I mean, I was telling him you could basically throw a rock to the buoy from here.
Yeah.
How far back you got to come. You basically set your board towards the tower and just almost get to it before you got to turn back around. I mean, it's a ways back.
It is a ways back, and it will be a soul-crushing experience when they have to go towards it that first time and realize they then have to go all the way back to the south end to then come all the way back north.
Well, what we were talking about too, this scenario is, say, 2 people are left. They get to hour 49. They come back and they finish that longer portion with 2 minutes left. And they got to turn right back around.
Yeah.
Say one of them does make it, the other one doesn't. They're not done. They got to go do another one. So they'll have to, at the minimum, do 3 if both finish.
Yes. If 2 go out,
then automatically there's at least one of them's going to have to do another one.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if 2 go out, there's always 2 left.
Wow.
But then if they both come back from a loop and one quits here, then it's just the one.
Just the one left. But if 2 start, no matter what.
If 2 start, that means that there's still a solo lap coming at some point.
Wow.
Or maybe not at all. Again, we probably need to get everybody accepting of the fact that the race might win this, and we still have about 12 and a half hours before we're at the point where it jumps from 3.33 to 4.9. A lot of things can happen to these racers in 12 and a half hours.
Absolutely.
So, so I think it's fair to say that, we have to understand that they're going to have to make a decision that might be tough for some of them to make about whether or not they think they can get through a loop or not. And I think most of them will attempt it just on the sheer hope that they do.
I've gone this far.
Right.
I want to see how. Yeah.
But there may not be anybody that's able to do it. So
there you go. So does that answer? That's a great answer. Thank you guys for the explanation. I'm finding the concept of the event fascinating. Addictive viewing. Thank you very much, Abez. And Christopher Thomas. And those turns will be so much sharper. Yeah, on the 4.9 track with the extra buoy. Yeah, and we talked about this, and we are definitely going around. We're definitely going around the discussion around. Someone said, surely unlimited boards are going to be an advantage because of their glide, particularly when it comes to the longer thing. And we're like, have you seen an unlimited board go round 3 buoy turns?
Yeah.
It's like turning a tanker.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to average just under 8 kilometers an hour, and you've got 3 buoy turns which are almost back on themselves, that's tough. Add in the fact you've been paddling for 48 hours anyway, that's where it comes. So going to the board selection, the fact that you don't have board classes is because there's times when that 17.3 unlimited is going to be an advantage to you. It's not probably going to be on that last lap. There's times when 14 by 22 hardboard is going to be an advantage to you. It probably will be on something like that last lap where you can do a step back turn, get round flat water. But over the course of 48 plus laps, it's gonna, I say even out. There's just going to be times when you wish you're on something else.
Exactly. That's a great point, which is ultimately there's probably not a perfect board.
Yeah.
Especially if we go past 48 hours.
Yeah.
You've probably either been on something that was perfect before 49, or you're now on something that's perfect at 49 and beyond. But there's not something that just works perfectly for everything. Okay.
Another great question.
I'm gonna hop out while you.
It's one more question for you. If you can do it. Because it just finishes up.
Yeah. I'll let Stephen handle that.
Yeah. So, where did the inspiration come for the winner having to do a solo lap? Such an intriguing format.
Sorry, ask me that again.
So it's where does the inspiration come for having to have the last paddler still do a solo lap?
So that's certainly a component in the backyard ultras.
Okay. Yep.
And it's something that I fully bought into, which is this feeling of you've been around a lot of people this entire time, through the process. As we know from last year, people were talking to each other throughout, you kind of building this bond. Now we need to suffer alone.
Yeah.
Now we need to go through an experience where we suffer by ourselves and see what that feels like.
Yeah.
Because they haven't been at that point at all until then.
Yeah.
And so you're going through that one final loop.
And it is a final loop. It's not you can keep going to try and set a record.
Correct.
You're not trying to see how once that one final loop's done, once someone has done a solo loop, the race is done.
It's done.
Yeah.
You cannot come into this race declaring that you will break the record of whatever it is because it's completely dependent on the second place paddler.
Yeah.
And so that's why the second place paddler is called the assist. They've assisted in the winner getting the last paddler standing role. So John Nippers was the assist last year to Paolo Marconi's
So someone
win.
can't come here with the mindset, I want to break the record.
No.
No.
There we go.
That's really interesting.
Thanks, Greg. Love the insight. There we go.
got it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wearing
Brilliant.
the
There we go.
belt or wearing the belt on the
double
last?
thumbs.
Wearing the belt on the last lap.
No.
Well, because they haven't won it yet.
No,
Yeah,
that thing's made of leather. I
Yeah,
don't want
It's quite heavy actually, and I think
It's solid.
on water,
Yeah.
it's probably not a good idea to be strapping. No. They come in off this beach between these two markers, and then I'm sure there'll be some.
It's
very
the
exciting.
finest cubic zirconian diamonds you've ever seen on a wrestling belt.
Absolutely.
The finest.
There we go.
finest.
So that ain't
They're
going on.
That's
big
where
ones.
the registration fees
Yeah.
went.
Well, and they
That's
might
the
just
fireworks.
paddle off and not come back.
That thing.
That's awesome. Thanks, Greg.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you.
Cheers.
That was
There
really
we go.
interesting.
There we go. Well, I reckon we were about 20% right in our guess.
You can cut through the.
Yeah.
That was a guess.
Great, there we go.
So we do have. Love to see a record for most first place laps. Yeah, we haven't.
We have been logging things, but what's the reason I don't think that would work is because the strategy involved in this race is you're not looking at each lap as how quickly can I finish it. You're having a strategy of so Alex on his last lap come in on 36 minutes. He put the hammer down because he said on his previous lap he wanted to get in quickly so he could have a sleep. So, but the lap before he came in on 45 minutes because his strategy is to keep his heart rate low. So if you have an award or a prize for first place, then it's kind of saying that each lap is a race, which is not. Each lap is you going round to your strategy at a pace that matches your strategy for that point in time. So yes, it's don't get me wrong. For us to sit here and watch who comes round, it gives us a good indication of what's going on, who's feeling strong.
Yeah. And when folks are slowing down, kind of like Michael earlier, 2 minutes before the finish, so it's like that definitely played in. I don't think I could have another one in me, so that can be the case, but that's not necessarily the case with these last 7. With conditions being so nice, they can finish this if they want to.
Just a blister award. Yeah, we go for that. Blisters. Yeah. Who's gonna have to count them at the end?
We'll see if they've kept track.
Yeah.
We were doing that.
They're great questions.
Those are great questions.
Where are we at? 33.
Couple of minutes.
We
might start seeing somebody.
Did anybody say they're signing up?
No, actually, I don't think.
Has anybody decided to sign up?
Has anyone decided to sign up? I think everyone got really caught up with talking about speedos and the course.
All that governance.
Yeah.
Blister award. You got any other awards you want to start handing out, Greg, in the future? Most fun.
No, I think it's.
He's gonna have to make a special one for me if I finish the 650.
I think less is more.
Less is more. I usually say that too when I'm like, don't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
Less is more.
What?
It's getting you again.
It's me, guys.
No, you can tell by Greg's insight. He's not just throwing this together, trying to get as many people to sign up as possible. He's been very intentional about the details. If there's something written down, if there's something that's a rule, it's really been thought through. I'm actually really impressed by the more I hear about each little aspect of it, the more I realize there's like a lot of thought that's gone into that, a lot of research. Doing a great job, doing it for the right reasons. Somebody said. Did you say that? Someone said that. You get a lot of
I'll take it.
You said it. You said it. But there's a lot of race directors that might not be, just want as many people to sign up as possible.
2025.
Yep. All right, let's go Dallas.
Yeah. Right. So.
Where are you coming from, Dallas? If you don't mind asking, unless.
It's Allison from Dallas.
It might be Dallas Allison, yeah. If it's Dallas, okay. Dallas Allison's a pretty cool name, though.
It's a pretty
great
cool
nickname.
Yeah.
Probably is Dallas. Let's go, Blake. Team Blue 3, stoked. Team Shaka Kai.
Well, definitely got some Snickers in it. And a hoodie, actually.
Getting a little cool.
It's getting a little cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
that rain definitely brought it down.
Yeah. Brought it down, moisture in the air. It's a little chilly.
Yeah.
They're not going to feel it, working as hard as they are. But do we see anybody? We're at almost 36 minutes. So that means no one's going to finish at 36. Yeah, we got quite a crowd still hanging out, supporters. Some people napping, some kids playing, doing things. Oh, but it's nice and calm and still.
It looks like Laura. They look like they've seen something, but maybe not.
They're what?
Look like they've seen something. But
Yep.
But maybe not.
I think they're just going to go see who might be coming around. Yeah. Very peaceful, very calm tonight. It's really nice. The hum of the highway almost kind of has created this white noise that we've just gotten used to, and it's birds. There's frogs and crickets. It's really lovely. Oh, well, okay. It's coming from Prince Rupert, BC, is where Dallas Allison is coming from. So it is a long way. James is asking, sorry to ask about boards again. Would you be able to use 2 different boards, say an unlimited and then a 14-foot?
No board changes.
You can't board change. You can paddle change, but no one's. I don't know if anybody's taking advantage. Actually, Bobby, I don't think he was using that Stingray the whole time.
He was when I think he has.
The whole time?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Because I think Tim was using it before.
Maybe,
Who's right next to him?
Yeah. There are no board changes.
No board
you
changes.
Start on, it's the board you finish on.
Yep. No board changes, and but on the Alabama 650, Greg's other race, board changes are allowed. You can change based on the point of the river you are. If you're facing some still water, some rapids, small streams, which is how it starts, all the way to open bay, which is where you finish. So a lot of folks have 3 different boards a lot of times. So on his other race, yes, not this race, and I think that's the intention, is because he doesn't want you to be able to have an advantage for the first part, but then after 48 hours be able to switch to whatever would work best. But you'd almost have to switch boards mid-lap to kind of get the best of both parts of the lap, because it's tough. Wow, nobody yet. We're at 38 minutes. A little bit slower this time, but I think they're settling into what they're going to be doing for the night. Yeah, that's a great idea, Chris. That's an interesting idea. Pick a singular lap. Okay.
Pick a what, sorry?
Singular lap every 10 laps. That could be a time trial for an award or fastest lap award at the end.
That's a nice idea.
You wouldn't know. I mean, it'd have to be
like in F1. You get the fastest lap.
Yeah.
And someone will be like, well, I'm not going to win the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go and change the soft tyres, and I'm going to smash out a lap. And that's a great idea. That is a great idea. I mean, there's a lot of admin involved in managing that, but but I think that's a great idea.
That would be cool to see who's done the fastest lap, because there's been some outliers.
Yeah. Okay, 1, 2. So that's Nippers. Who is it? Blake and Nippers again. Blake and Nippers. We're going to move out the way.
Yeah.
And let everyone see.
Yeah, great question, John. Does the tower close at night even though you're there? Typically it would, but we have, because we're renting the space and we're just hanging out here, they're going to keep it on, and they just have security here at night on the tower. The road getting into the tower, they don't let anybody in, but they'll let you off. They'll let our folks on and off, but no one else. Just because we kind of work that out with the deal here. But no, the lights stay on. The bathrooms stay open, power stays on. So yeah, it's ours. We've pretty much rented this park, and yeah, nobody's here at night other than us. Yeah, there's some dog walkers, late night dog walkers, probably some nurses and firefighters that work overnight that walk their dogs, or work in the mornings overnight, walk their dogs before and after work. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's only 8:40. Jeez. Yeah. Still be light outside. What's that?
Donut holes.
Oh, where'd those from?
Donut holes.
Donut holes.
These are donut holes. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we got racers coming in. We got racers coming in, man. All right, we got, looks like Blake and Nippers and anybody else? Nope, just those two. Wow. Just going steady. Going strong and steady. Looks good. There's Blake and his dad. Oh, man. It's crazy because when you walk up here, you think, oh, this isn't much. But it's like, it's a little world into itself, and just seeing all the pieces moving. It's such a different sporting event than a lot of folks might be used to.
Bruce?
Yeah. Bruce putting in work. What, Chihuahua energy? What was the thing people were saying? La Chihuahua. Bunch of people have been putting that in the comments.
Question for Tim. Are the paddlers staying together?
They're on the lake together. Yes.
Some are, Laura tells us some are on that strategy.
Yeah. I mean, Blake and John kind of finished together.
Oh, we need to ask Laura some questions. She has some intel.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to answer some questions? Or here, let's.
I can tell you what it's like being crew.
Yeah. How's that been?
I need to maybe
Yeah. Once they're back out, let's come talk. All right. We'll have you on the next hour. Yeah, we're gonna get Laura on. Here, I'll put this back in the middle.
It's very different than what I did last year.
Is it?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that'd be
went home and
interesting.
watched the live stream and slept for 5 hours.
Yeah. Me too. And I did that last time.
Yeah, they're good there.
I'm gonna grab a handful.
I just found him in the car park on the floor. No. Do you want a donut hole?
No, thank you.
You look like you were questioning that for a second.
Question that.
That's part of what I'm going to talk to you about later, is my own self-care.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I just had to think about whether I want sugar, calories, something right now.
Okay, yeah.
I had some whiskey, I'm good. I had some of the Mersey.
Ah, did
Yeah.
you get, we'll ask you about that as well.
Oh. Paddler Ridgeview Financial Services, or one of our sponsors. What's the paddler?
Which one?
Brandon
They what? Sorry, they.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Gundy or Grundy?
Yeah.
He's one of our sponsors. We need to give him some. Did he come and share?
Yes,
the
he's still
dropout?
here.
Did he share at all? What it was like dropping out?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
I'm trying to picture.
Yeah, he was kind of to himself. He sat here a lot. We don't have a list. I think Kristen
He's
took
still
it.
here if you want to talk to him.
Yeah.
again.
Who's that? That's Bruce.
He was sharing the tent with Huron, and now it's kind of.
Yeah, we got to give his company a shout
Yeah,
out,
absolutely.
just because y'all done plenty for me. Right.
Well done, Bruce. Woo!
Good job. All right, yeah. So yeah, that was a strategy last year, is to be together and talk, and that was what kind of distracted them. And we might see that more as it gets really close to the
But it
middle
sounds
of the
like
night.
Laura was saying there that she knows that some paddlers are now using that as an act.
Yeah,
as a
They
strategy.
want to. They need that kind of stimulation
Yeah.
to get around, especially when there's not a whole lot to look at, and just the support. And that's, I think, where a lot of bonds were formed last year.
Well done, Bruce.
But we'll probably see that more and more.
Bruce is laughing.
One.
Another one over here.
That's everybody right there. That's everybody.
Is it again?
Yep, 7.
Ooh, we have someone in a kayak.
They've been. I think they're
Yeah.
with us.
Oh, okay.
That's the second. I saw them last lap too.
Okay.
Man, that sounds actually really nice.
It does.
Going to paddle out there.
They're not supporting someone, are they? They're not like paddling alongside or
Pacing for them.
pacing or talking.
We need to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just said, that's a possibility. Score on. He's not walking on his pink.
Go around.
sandals. There you go. He's walking quick.
That's a man needs a poo.
Yeah, he's got to go to the bathroom. He's hustling. He's hustling. Man, it's so funny. Bobby Johnson looks just like my stepbrother.
Right.
Every time he gets out, I think it's him.
Right.
I'm like, whoa, Ryan, what you doing? So yeah, I mean, not a lot of time left for a lot of them. 48 minutes.
No.
You know, that's a little bit longer of a lap than the last few.
There we go.
Good job.
That's everyone in.
Yep.
That's everyone in at 48, nearly 49 minutes. Of course, it's looking really red now, isn't it? What other quest do we have?
I think that kayaker's doing laps around the
Just-
lake.
okay.
And I think it was being courteous. and
Okay,
waiting.
so anyway, okay.
I think. Nope, no, they're getting off.
It would also give some of the yeah. I think the time trial seems to be a nice idea. Any light wind or breeze on the course? No, there's nothing.
No, not really. I mean, maybe a very little breeze you can barely feel, but I don't think it's really doing much.
Okay, here we go. So Sup Junkie said that Bruce was a bit like a chinchilla on her podcast a few years ago, so that's where we started to say he had chinchilla power.
That's
Chinchilla,
funny.
yeah, so there's a background. Thank you very much for that.
That's hilarious.
Cool, this red light is really doing my head in. Yeah, look,
Just
you
turn
see-
it off.
Yeah, let's turn the clock off. It keeps making me feel like I've just not put any sun cream on, but then I see you and I feel fine.
Don't. I ain't got a tan. I can't tan.
That was 35, right? Or was it 36?
What's that?
That was 36.
36. Okay,
Yep.
so I missed
It's hard to believe we're at 36.
I know.
Already.
I say the last 12 went quite quick. 'Cause it seemed like we were at 24 hours. I remember hitting 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh
well, and to be fair, we haven't hit this much since we've been reminded every time to update the
Yeah,
laps.
true, yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah, I feel like.
You got the tech in front of you. I'm out there in your knee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I kind of am looking at it thinking, wow, that's surprising. We're about to start lap 37. That's not that far off from 48.
There we go.
Okay, great look. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Oh, we're about to summit Everest or something.
Oh, the sunnies is nice. I'm not sleeping behind them, but it's just.
Get
It's
that
the
red
glare,
layer
it's
out
just
of
that-
you.
yeah, the red glare,
Are you
you know.
starting to feel it a little?
No, that red light I am, not my eyes.
Oh, okay.
That's just nice, just to
What else do you like to do besides paddleboard?
commentate for 39,000.
Oh, great. Well, that's what you're doing. Perfect. Perfect fit. And last minute,
Yeah,
video
no.
production needs.
Yeah, it sounds like a dating website. I like to go to the gym.
Once on the beach.
and enjoying time with my friends.
Well, I'm just curious. There's a lot of other interest in this
Yeah.
group. There's a, what's cool about Greg, it's like And what I think it's interesting, I think a lot of other people might experience, he's not like locked in. He's not channeled into this one thing, pigeonholed. Just paddleboard. This kind of, it's just one thing he does. And I was thinking maybe there's a lot of people competing that are also like that.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah. So sports-wise, so paddleboard. I mean, paddleboarding is. Like I said, this year, whilst I've done some big things, I don't paddleboard week in week. You look at someone like Bruce and Karen.
Yeah.
They are on the water.
It's what they do.
It's what they do. It is what they do. They work.
They live
eat,
for it.
Paddleboard, repeat. That is what they do. That's what they do. And they're machines.
Yeah.
I enjoy paddleboarding. I enjoy CrossFit. I'm in the gym a lot. That's my place. That's what I do.
Awesome.
To that, work-wise, film production. I enjoy that. Get to see different things and do things. It's
You've been doing that a while?
15, 16 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little while.
Get to travel. It's all good.
Yeah.
Photography. Did a lot of photography for sports, Red Bull and stuff in the early days.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Bits pieces of freelance stuff. So yeah.
That's how you got into it.
Yeah. It's just So I mean, I think the paddleboarding. The paddleboarding is something that I'm competitive.
Okay.
So also with myself, not that, but I do a lot of self-talk. I beat myself up, but I also enjoy setting myself goals and challenges. And when I started paddleboarding, I found that, like, as we were talking with Sally earlier, Sally O'Donnell, and with Kirsten, like, age, it wasn't about how young you were or how long you've been doing something. You could get into it. I just really attracted. It's just really fascinating.
Yeah.
So
easy on the joints.
Well, that's how I started paddleboarding, because I busted my knee kite surfing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, tore my MCL.
Oh, you said you were doing that before.
Tore the MCL.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, heard it go. I was wearing a wetsuit, so that's what held it in together.
Oh my gosh! What happened? What was the story there?
There's a better story about how when I drove home,
Oh,
I refused.
Let's start with how it
here we
happened.
go. So how it happened. So I was kite surfing on the south coast of the UK, and I wanted to learn to ride strapless surfboard.
Okay.
So you kite surf. Snowboarding's probably my favourite sport.
Okay.
But on the south coast of the UK, you don't get to do it much. But I've snowboarded for 20 years. I'm happy. One day I will retire and live in the mountains somewhere.
Okay.
And I will spend my summers mountain biking and climbing and paddleboarding, and I'll spend my winters strapped to a snowboard. There we go. That's there. But so snowboarding is my thing when I can. But kite surfing is quite a big sport for us on the south coast of the UK. The spot where I am is very windy, right direction.
Yeah.
So I learned to kite surf and kite surf a bit. But I don't bounce very well these days.
Okay.
A bit like snowboarding.
Yeah.
So I'm not a tricks person,
Okay.
I'm like free. Anyway, so rather than doing all the big jumps and stuff, strapless kite surfing. It's kite surfing, but like a surfboard, no straps.
Yep.
So you're just using the
You're
pressure.
Just standing.
But you're using the pressure of the wind against your feet against the waves.
Kind of like almost like climbing, like you're pushed against the wall.
And where we live, we don't get waves. We get mushy swells. So it's kind of
why
fun.
strapless? Just more freedom.
Freedom, and I think it's really, really flowing.
Yeah.
And a bit like snowboarding. It's about carving turns, and we don't get really waves where we are, but we get some lumpy swell. But you can have fun, and you see someone doing it, and it's just like it just appealed to me.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got a kite surf, but I got a strapless surfboard, and when you're learning, obviously this board's not strapped to your feet, so it's all over the place. And I was someone said put a front strap on.
Okay.
So you've got something to put your foot into when you're going out, kind of get you over you, and then take it out when you're out, and you can start to learn that way. So that's how I did it. And I was out one day and I was having fun, and I was getting it. And I was on my tack out, and I put my front foot into the front strap, back foot's on the back, but it's not in a strap.
Yep.
Going along, and just a little lump come up out of nowhere. The board went up, and my back foot slipped off. So you remember, I've got one foot in a strap which is attached to a 6-foot surfboard.
Oh.
That went that way, as my back foot slipped off the back and went just that way, and
your foot did not come out.
And my didn't come out. So my knee just popped toward the MCL. I was in a wetsuit.
Was that bad advice?
In hindsight, it was bad. Yeah, it was. Yeah, or you can get straps where you're not really strapped to like a little hook, so you kind of. But this was it was bad advice, you know. But so the story, I remember, kind of come off. I was floating out in the sea. Kites up, the boards went. I'm just like, the pain was like, it was like
immediate.
But I was like, I kind of refused to think that it was bad. I was like, okay, I twisted my knee, and I kind of dragged myself back into the beach. You know, like, so got my board and kind of had to. I hopped and I got to my van
on one foot.
On one foot, hopping along, and like, I went to try and get my wetsuit off, and the pain as I got it anywhere near my leg, I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm going to drive home with the wetsuit on, and I'm going to cut it off when I get home. I couldn't physically take it. So luckily I had an automatic camper van.
Yeah.
I kind of sort of hopped into it.
Yeah.
But